Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to Patreon D&D, where platinum level patrons and I get together play at Dungeons & Dragons via Discord and Roll20. These sessions are entirely supported by patrons of patreon.com/roguewatson. Patrons also get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, participate in monthly DM roundtables, and these patron D&D games. These games are not live streamed, but are recorded for your viewing pleasure. You can watch more D&D sessions, reviews, and crafting streams on my channel. Read recaps at roguewatson.com and listen to all these shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Welcome to Chapter 6, Episode 2 of our Empire of the Ghouls campaign, designed by Richard Green and published by Kobold Press. This session, I'm joined by patrons CT playing Rye, the Shadow Fae Black Powder Sorcerer.
Hello.
Jason playing Zaberi, the human battlemaster fighter/wizard.
Hello.
Morgan playing Millie, the human way of the Kensei Monk.
Hello.
Stan playing Alaric, the dhampir Death Domain Cleric/bard.
Greetings.
And special guest, whom you may recognize from previous campaigns and earlier in this very campaign, Chris playing Grymork, the gnoll Ancestral Guardian Barbarian.
Hello.
Previously on... And yes, that is a different character for those of you that are paying attention. I was like, wait a minute, that's a different...
Rakish is off getting high somewhere.
Rakish wouldn't go to the Underwood.
Nah,
It's the
he's
wrong
not
kind
going
of
to
vibes.
It's wrong vibes.
Yeah. Previously on Empire of the Ghouls, the party set sail across the dark yellow lake known as the Sulphur Sea, armed with only an almanac and a tiny sail. With Alaric's help translating, Bond navigated toward a forest of stalagmites where their ghostly companion pointed out his lost body. But a night gaunt layered there, and the winged demonic creature swooped down and grabbed Millie and Rye. Rye escaped with magic, while Millie took a pummeling before the party was able to rally and drive the ambusher away. Alaric played a funeral dirge for the body as the party provided a pyre, giving the ghost a final rest. After sailing through some painful acidic rain, the party happened upon a friendly vessel captained by the dead. The captain sold them some lantern beetle replacements and warned them of the angelic guards who watched over Chandelier Island, a former genie lair turned location of interest for the Imperium and the Hunger Cult. Undeterred, the party approached the island. Two chained angels, corrupted celestials, swooped down to attack, stymieing Alaric's divine casting. Millie ran to the island with her monk speed, but one of the angels cut her down, nearly killing the elderly monk with back-to-back critical strikes. Bond healed her up, and the party fought back, destroying the chained angels and receiving a temporary blessing upon their destruction. With the guards defeated, the mountainous island looms before them. I could put us all... Actually, what I should do is put Chris on this map first, so you can see it. This is our very spiffy... Give me a second to point you out, because it's probably a lot of black. Right here. And you can actually follow the light trail for the distance they've gone throughout this map, kind of like an adventure game. But you all have arrived. You're muted, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah. This is a cool map.
It is a very cool map. Yeah, I kind of had to put the Fog of War on it because there's way too much detail and stuff on it. It's not needed for this campaign, but I did definitely want to use it because it's a very cool map. I'll be excited to show this one after we beat the campaign. But now the party has arrived at this island. And the long stone dock is nearly empty, save for a few rusty mooring rings for tying boats. A series of stone steps leads to a worn, slippery stone path that curls upward in a spiral around the outside of the pointed island. About 100 feet above sea level, you spot an entrance into the mountain. A more recent sign at the end of the dock states in Dhampir, which, as we know, Alaric can read and translate, says, "Shrine is closed, no admittance."
I'm sure they'll make a way for us to enter.
We're just going in here, right?
There's no guards. I mean, you guys fought the those two swooping celestial angels last time, and you don't see any other, like, other than that sign, which the word closed was capitalized aggressively. You don't otherwise see any kind of guards. There's no gates or anything. There's just a path that winds around. You can tell as you look, all the way up, it just kind of curves and winds around in a spiraling formation. And then about 100 feet up from where you currently are along this curving path, you can just make out an entrance that appears to go inside.
Well, I don't see that old coot around here anywhere. So, I guess I will guard the back today when we go up this slope.
And Millie, you had a nasty scar. Do we remember where, was that like a face one? I don't remember where we put that, but it was...
It goes from her cheek all the way down, like through her shoulder and into her arm. Oh boy.
Yeah, pretty nasty.
Your token already has something on your eye. Is that something totally different? Oh, she got that in a bar fight.
Okay.
Someone gouged out her eye with a broken bottle.
Okay.
That'd be amazing if I had multiple tokens set up for like
Yeah.
old computer games where your character's got like
Yeah,
Doom,
like
I guess,
face-
right? Where
yeah.
your character got like more fucked up in the face.
Right.
More bloodied.
I mean,
Well,
let's go.
Zaberi, I think it's up to you and me to lead this thing.
Sure. So I get to swing first. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Think.
We still have our birds that can scout ahead.
We
I
do
guess
have
we
an
do,
owl
actually.
and a raven, I believe.
This is true. Although, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so you all, this is a pretty unique situation where we get a side view. You all are basically down here at the lower right.
How far away? Oh, well, we can't see it because it's like a curve, so we don't know there's a cave there for sure, right?
I did actually mention that you guys can see along the pathway. You can just make out there's kind of a cave side entrance.
Oh. Okay.
But that's the only one you
Yeah,
can
I
see
might-
right now.
I might send. Well, can we like start going up, and I'll just keep Kobo like 80 feet ahead, and someone just wants to like carry.
Yeah.
Well, On's not here to on over me, so if someone else wants to take me by the arm and lead me up the path, because I have to
Wait,
close my eyes and
now
walk.
now you miss having Bon around all of a sudden without his incessant fawning.
Alaric
The character
would,
does not. I do.
Yeah,
as
that's
RP,
fair.
as an RP crutch, I needed it.
Alaric
So
would
someone wants to
definitely,
like lead me up. Oh,
Alaric would definitely take that role.
okay. And then Bubo
sure.
can be like 80 feet up, and I can look through his eyes. Since we're speaking of
Yeah.
these movie references, Bubo will.
And then Rye will be right behind Alaric.
Millie's walking up the back, but she is extremely jumpy at this point, and she's like kind of jumping at every sound because she is kind of scared from the encounter that they just had.
Kind of back-to-back encounters too, right? You got beat up by that monstrous flying thing, and that was only just before the other fight. Yeah.
Yeah, she's out of hit dice to roll, and she is down to 25 hit points. So, yeah.
Boy. So mentally traumatized, but actually physically, like, you are dragging.
Anybody here can do anything about that?
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, no one has to do anything about it. She's just trying to tough it out, and she's trying to look tough the whole time. So, yeah, she's not going to let it on that she's hurt because she doesn't want to let Bond know that she's actually, like, seriously hurt.
Just a flesh wound.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll jump in now then. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's only
Because
been,
you-
everything I've described has only been the four
Yeah,
of you.
you guys
yeah.
start going up the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I do have 3 potions of healing if you'd like those. Because Alaric doesn't usually use them. His go-to is his mark of blood, so I'm willing to give up 3 potions of healing for you.
Oh, she's fine for now. If she goes down, just maybe be ready with one of those.
It probably won't be Alaric coming to do that. You might want it on your person.
Mhm.
If Alaric brings one over to her, she just goes, "Oh, I don't need this, but maybe I'll hold on to it for later."
Do you guys have potions of healing, both of you? Zaberi and Rye?
I
No.
don't have anything.
Okay. I will give my 3 potions of healing, 1 to each of them.
All
So
right.
you guys all have a potion of healing on hand.
All right. I'll take my quantity.
And please do not say that I never healed you.
I like that you're gonna jump out right when they're distributing, like
They're
doing
distributing-
inventory
that-
management.
That's
Yeah.
why they're distracted. They're
Yeah.
distributing things. From behind where you guys were walking up the trail, from like behind, I don't know, like some other stalagmite that you pass by, you hear like a guttural, deep growling sound that almost turns into laughing. And you see this hulking, hunched over, wolf-like, I guess they're more hyena, but canine-like creature clad in like very rudimentary, almost looks like been welded together armor, and 2 big like cleavers on either side of his belt, hanging off of the belt. And as he comes out from behind the rocks, he says, "It's not safe leaving behind your protectors, not being in your shrine. It's not safe to be out here on your own, undead bastards. A word of advice. You murder a pack. You murder them all. Even one left can tear your throat out." And he begins to draw the cleavers from either side of his belt and kind of run at you.
Oh boy.
Should we roll some initiative?
I'm just glad Millie's in the back and she gets to deal with this.
Yeah. Millie runs away. She's like,
Murdered
"Ah!" And she kind of hides. He goes, "Not undead, not undead, not undead."
Which we established is true. She actually
Yeah.
does not. She
Which
does not have
means
the
he's
Derek
probably not
Ford
even
countenance.
looking at you. He's
Yeah.
probably like looking past you. Like it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't even see you.
So sorry, for some context, in this universe, is a gnoll like an automatically bad evil thing that we're supposed to just murder on sight kind of a thing? Or is this like one of those ambivalent, there's some good ones kind of a vibe?
I guess there could be some good ones,
Yeah.
but he's not giving good vibes.
We were,
Yeah.
When we were in that southern city, we probably would have run into a couple.
I'm just thinking Zaberi would definitely just cut him down without even thinking about it. Though he seems to want to kill ghouls?
Undead, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I should just going to go up and take like a protective defensive stance.
Let's
Alaric
see
would turn around.
let's see what the initiative boils down because he's coming at you guys pretty hostilely. But yes, I believe he did mention the fact that he was specifically hunting the dead, and you all realize most of you look like.
Alaric would be offended at that. So calling me what?
Now here's the bad news. I have advantage on initiative. Oh, but I rolled a 5. God. How did I do
is that
Oh, is that with initiative? I actually can't tell. Yeah, it is.
It is. You rolled a 1 and a 3. It looks like.
Oh my goodness.
So you're with advantage. You made a 5.
Yep. Great.
Talking too much.
Yeah.
That's right. Talking too much.
Is that a gnoll ability that you can give advantage?
It's a barbarian ability.
Barbarian. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So despite advantage on initiative, you decided to talk before you attacked, and you are last on initiative. So now we see how this plays out.
Yeah.
With you all seeing this, which you haven't really encountered many gnolls down here, and maybe this is why they were slaughtered.
I got stuck monologuing.
that's how you kill a gnoll. You got to catch them monologuing.
Yeah.
Like 20 gnolls, and they're all in a group just monologuing.
So much talking. Zaberi, so you were the first to react to this gnoll talking for...
Okay, how far away are you?
I don't know, maybe like 60 feet, 50 feet.
Okay, but you're like running up.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah.
Okay.
He drew his cleavers and he's running at you.
Yeah, this map is not to scale, by the way. We're just throwing this shit on here.
Okay. Yeah. So she basically hears all this, and like the war guys come out, and she like shrugs off the arm of, is it Alaric's holding? Yeah, and just like whips out the glaive and like literally takes like 10 steps up and goes like full protective mode, and because he said he's healing, wants to come after undead. I think she's instinctively like she wants to fight, but this might not be it. It might be an ally. So something like calm down, furry man. Not what you think we are.
Okay.
That's it. I will hold multiple fury on if he comes close.
Yeah. Okay, so you do call it and say something. Millie, you're in the back. You mentioned throwing up the hands and being like, whoa. This is your chance to be like, oh, yeah, that's not me, them.
Yeah, Millie's just kind of wave her arms and go, I'm not undead. Look at me. I'm a human. But wait, you don't eat those either. If you want to eat me, I'm going to have to fight you, though. But I hope you don't want to eat me. And then she just hides behind a stalactite or something. A stalagmite?
Alaric.
Alaric turns, looks genuinely pained at being referred to as undead. He goes, you know not what you speak of. Do not blaspheme. The emissary of Wotan is before you. And I will cast Blessed Halo.
Okay.
Alaric now reveals his halo.
Yes, this is not something that you've probably seen a Vandekhul ever do, Grymork.
Yeah.
Light surrounds the head, shining bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for additional 20 feet. And allows you to heal. Into a pool of 10 points of healing.
Yep. So yes, Alaric for the first time has revealed his halo as an emissary of Wotan.
All right. Yeah.
Invoking the name of, the undead do not serve Wotan.
Yeah, that's also true.
What is Wotan? Can you get some context on that?
The equivalent of, it's a variation of a pronunciation of Odin.
They have all the Norse gods in this universe.
Okay. Is that widely known? Is that something that even a gnoll pack in the Underdark or the Underworld would be aware of?
Maybe not, but you would definitely know this is not something a Vandekhul would be.
Yeah.
There's no way they would have a... I mean, Vandekhul hate the fucking light. Right? Like, they literally have the, like...
And he's, like, shining it. And probably I do, too, because I lived out here.
But, I mean, like functionally, I think their character sheet is literally, like, they have disadvantage on shit in the light. Like, it's not... Like, you would be like, what the fuck? Like, they do not like light. And this is straight up shedding bright. Yeah, that would be definitely shocking. Okay, Rye. It's not Grymork's turn yet, so we can't see what he's going to do yet.
Rye, if you will allow me to tweak my spell a little bit, Rye's going to non-damagingly cast Windlash with the attempt of, like, halting his approach.
Okay.
With a really just using the spirit of the first line of, like, your swift gesture creates a solid lash of howling wind to kind of like pause him from approaching further, give him more time to think about his actions.
Yeah.
But not to inflict the damage.
what I could probably say is you do like the equivalent of like shooting at somebody's feet. Instead of aiming at them, you're basically like firing it like near, the ground to basically do like a shocking kind of like, hey, get back. This is like a warning shot, basically. And especially because you rolled a nat 1. If I were mean, I'd say like you accidentally hit the actual null with a nat 1. But
I had to get that off my list for
yeah.
tonight.
But yeah, so you're just trying to like basically fire it off, and it probably just ends up not being as dramatic as you were hoping with the nat 1. You like fire it off into the air, but it definitely makes like a little whoosh effect.
Makes all his hair stand up.
Yeah. All right, Grymork, you have seen all 4 of them be able to act before you and all do different things. What is
and none of them actually hurt me. They just sort of like, one of them is standing guard. The other one's shining bright light like a fucking angel.
Yeah.
And one of them's throwing wind at me. Another one's hiding.
Yeah.
All right. At the light, probably a combination of the light and the like wind lash that sort of just swishes out in front of you. Grymork like almost like comically like kind of like tumbles backwards a little bit. Yeah. And it's almost like in a movie where he like kind of almost falls backwards, but like catches himself with his cleavers on the ground, like them scraping on the ground as he comes back up. And he looks back up at you all and he says, if you are not them, and he motions his cleaver at the shrine behind you, then what are you?
Zaberi slowly turns around and like she's not sure. Like, we had one of those and we have one of these. And I don't know what you are.
We're a diverse coalition.
It changes every an hour and a half, so I'm really not entirely sure who's here today.
Millie Muggins, the famous slave revolt person and everything. I'm known as Sure Shot Millie on the surface.
You are not their prisoner.
Oh, Lord, no.
I am confused, and
I'm
that has
confused.
bought
I'm
you.
Alaric.
God. And that has bought you a moment more of life.
If you want, Grymork, you can make an investigation check with your action.
Okay. I think I mentioned this to you in an email, but can I somehow flavor in the fact that my character has like advantage on smelling things?
Sure, I'll give you advantage on the investigation.
Presumably, he would know what Derekuls smell like.
Okay, they have a very distinct odor.
Don't smell dead.
They don't smell. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, do we give off? We're only visual illusions. We don't smell like them, do we?
It says it works like the disguise self spell. So I guess I'd have to look that up and see.
I think it's just visual, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's just visual, yeah.
Let's see.
Rye smells like roses. I don't know about you guys.
Look different. Yeah.
That's just from your last date.
That's right.
That does seem like an interesting plot hole, though, because obviously Derekuls, all ghouls and like gas and stuff would have like that stench effect that you'd be able to discern. Hey, the DC is actually a 17 on this.
Wow.
So with your investigation, you would already know something was up.
Yeah.
But now that you like get close and like sniff them, you suddenly can see that this illusion effect, and you can see that they're the dead effect, the undead effect on them is merely like a mask that they wear. There's like a magical mask all over their like visible parts of their body, and you can see beneath it they are just mostly human. I think Rye is a shadow fae, but so you are able to discern that with your investigation check.
All right. You are not even of them. You are something else. So I ask again, who are you and what are you doing here?
Alaric Varosin, hussar from Krakovar. And just points up. Just points up.
The above.
Get around.
And we are here to pay the priests of Verasane a visit to give them the reward due for the travesties they've committed against all of our people.
Their reward.
I'm just here to break stuff and burn things.
That.
Their reward is to slide down my gullets.
If you're into that, that's fine. We just want to kill them first.
Our
Wait,
aims-
Alaric, I think you're too quick there. I mean, I'm fine with it not killing them first.
Okay, I can go with that.
I am Grymork, last surviving member of the pack that was slaughtered to a gnoll by them. He motions his cleaver again at the shrine. Here to slaughter in cold blood every last one of them. You will aid me. I will keep you alive, and you will help me kill.
Alaric turns to Zaberi. Sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need help keeping alive, but mind a couple of extra blades.
So, seems like we have the same destination and goal in mind.
Have you been inside?
I have
You
not.
know your way around?
I am from this place, but have never been in this place. He motions again at the shrine. I was stymied by the winged ones. Could not advance at first. Sorry if it sounds like I'm finding this voice as I'm going. I am finding this voice as I'm going.
That's totally fair. Just manage it so you're not like without a voice at the end of the night.
Exactly, yeah.
Sounds very growly. As long as you can use those things, I'm fine with this. I'm assuming these things are all fucked up and like bent and got scratched. Your scimitars, whatever the hell they are.
The cleaver. Yeah,
wrecked, right?
everything looks very like it was like soldered from like old chunks of iron and stuff. It all looks very like just piecemeal, but they look pretty sharp. Maybe they got some blood on them, some dried blood on them.
Blood or whatever color.
Mm.
Blood is.
And
I think we have an arrangement here.
very good.
So, with your skills, where do you see yourself in this team? Alec just becomes the HR guy doing the interview.
How do you see yourself fitting into this? What do you bring?
HR.
What would you?
What is your spirit
What's your
animal?
expected salary?
You're the hiring.
Nice.
Yeah.
You all look like a swift blade to the throat would put you down. So I propose me and my dead brethren be your bulwark.
Alex just chuckling to himself a little bit. Be my guest.
Ron's like, I don't hate the idea.
Yeah, offering to go in front.
I like how Fuzzy thinks.
I am very, very fuzzy.
All right, as I mentioned, you guys
all
have
right.
a pretty steady path that winds around. This whole mountain is about 500 feet wide and 500 feet tall, but definitely tapers and shaped like a mountain, rising up out of this sulfur sea. And you can see there is an entrance that's about 100 feet above sea level, and then the path continues going up from there.
Before my halo disappears, I will spend 10 points of healing to give that to Millie.
Yeah, Grymork he'll sort of like put his cleavers away on his belt, and he'll sort of stomp through the team to go up to the front, and he'll just, as he's going, he'll kind of like just sniff at each of them, like get their scent a little bit.
Butts. You got to sniff butts.
Sniff the butts.
Straight up dog.
He is kind of bent over. Like, he's big. He's probably like 6.5.
Gnolls always have that like weird hyena
but they're
hunch
like
too.
hunched.
Yeah.
But he's hunched, so he's probably only about 5 feet tall, like total.
Yeah.
But it's all muscle. It's all just like, yeah. I'm almost imagining the gnolls out of World of Warcraft more than the D&D universe.
Yeah.
It's just the big balls.
Hulking.
Yeah.
Well, that was 10 hit points, right? 10
Yep.
hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Alaric.
And after a minute, the halo will fade and disappear.
The entrance up here, as you all approach, about 10 feet wide, and appears to enter a dark, winding tunnel. And a sign has been bolted to the entrance, written in Dhampir, which again Alaric can translate. And it reads, "The Shrine of the Herald." And underneath it, it says, "Anoint yourself through the Avatar."
Shrine of the Herald. Anoint yourself through the Avatar?
Yep.
This reminds me of going between those statues at my sister's place. This just sounds painful.
That was vampire stuff, though. This is all ghoul stuff. Totally different.
Yeah. What is it? Melora versus Verisane. So, do we see any? The trail keeps going. Do we want to stop off at this shrine and clear this, or do we want to keep going up to see if there's another entrance to someplace else?
Oh, clearing this.
Okay.
Zaberi, before, did you say you had the owl flying around?
Yeah, it was going ahead of us.
Thing? Just ahead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 60, 80 feet.
Okay. So it's just keeping basically watch out for any undesirables and any...
Yeah, if it sees movement. And I can see through its eyes.
Okay. So far, the path looks pretty clear from what you can tell. It just keeps winding up and around this full structure.
How worn is the path to the shrine, or to the shrine?
It looks pretty old, but you can tell that parts of it have been fixed up a bit. More recently, the docks probably were the most recent and nicely fixed up. The sign obviously looks a lot more recent. But you think this whole island and like this main path was probably pretty damn old. And you recall, I think, what Narrowzane told you, that this used to be the lair of a genie lord, and kept like treasures here and ruled over by like elementals and all that. And then the Imperium at some point cleared all that out. And then you heard rumors that the cult of Vertizane, the Hunger Cult, which is a part of the Imperium, has set up shop here. And you all know that the Imperium, is usually bad news. But the Hunger Cult is definitely bad news and has spilled out onto the surface, and definitely doing some bad things.
So do we see like a lot of...
We should kill them. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we see a lot of traffic continuing up the path? drag marks where they're, carts dragging things up. Looks like they're building up for something.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Where's the druid when we need them?
I was going to say a ranger, but I don't think we've had any rangers this campaign.
I have a pretty good survival.
What do your elven eyes see there, Brian?
Not bad.
You guys have all got pretty good survival.
Yeah, actually.
4, 5, 5.
Yeah, averages out pretty well.
I was a hussar scout.
This is why we don't need a ranger. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of traffic on here. It's for a place that you thought was a headquarters or a major location. It looks pretty like there's a lot of just worn, the water's worn a lot of stuff away, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of traffic here. You do spot some humanoid tracks, including ones that go through this entrance, and then more that go up the path as well. But it's not very many.
So there should be some sort of an avatar in here, maybe a statue. I'm fully expecting us to have to anoint ourselves with blood or something to get past any traps or whatnot. So keep your eyes peeled.
Anoint in blood. That was my 12th birthday.
Oh, Grymork.
I'd make the case that we check it out because
Yeah.
if we kept going down the path, what if something's in there that's going to come out and get us from the back? So I do think that we should check it out at least for making sure that it's unoccupied.
Yeah.
Onward.
Millie pulls out her alchemist fire and says, "Hey, how about we throw one of these in there first?"
Keep that on hold. We want to look first, and then we can.
When you do note that it is pitch dark, which
I do have dark vision.
you have
I
dark
believe.
vision. All of the rest of you described or disguised as dark will have dark vision. Millie, you have a gem of brightness. It's up to you if you want to.
Yeah,
you have to speak up if you want to actually have that activated, because otherwise it is pitch dark in here.
She is not going to have it activated. She's just kind of seeing nothing, and that's why she's suggesting the fire.
Hence the fire.
I throw fire into the darkness.
I'm gonna poke Grymork with my my weapon and be like, "So you're good at smelling undead things? Can you smell anything in there?"
Let us see. Yeah, let's do a perception check using my nose.
Sniffer.
24. What do I smell, DM?
Sweet.
You smell a caustic chemical smell as you get close to this tunnel, and you can see that this cave entrance tapers into a 5-foot tunnel, and the tunnel immediately starts. It looks like it starts turning up, so you can't even see very far into it, and the tunnel entrance, which you can see with your dark vision, has been sort of painted and carved to resemble a gigantic worm, and the entrance is the maw, and there's all these little teeth outcroppings that look like a sarlacc pit situation, basically, like just rows of teeth. But
so
it's
like
still,
we're going into the maw of the worm up
Yeah.
into its innards or something. Okay, great.
And that's the symbol of this evil deity, is this carnivorous worm, if I remember correctly.
Alaric, make me a religion check with advantage. I think you're actually already picking up on this.
Religion with advantage. I'm not that kind of cleric.
I forgot.
Right.
You're a clerc with a minus
Okay,
1 religion.
no
Minus
is
one. How are you
amazing.
pulling that off? That's impressive.
It's
I
because
have a
no
very,
cleric in the history of mankind.
He's a more militant cleric.
I believe in practical application of my.
Oh, okay.
Study is for suckers. But at 17, you do recall that Vardazane, who is the god of hunger and of the hunger cult and worshipped by many, many ghouls, his like signature creature or mascot or holy beast, whatever you want to call it, is the all-devouring purple worm.
Did you say the word caustic out loud?
Yeah.
He smelled it.
Yeah, I did smell it, and he would probably you probably hear like a dog whimpering sound a little bit from him as he smells it. He says, "There is something." He'll use a word. Something caustic, something
That's a good word.
biting in there. Chemicals.
Stomach acid?
Perhaps I have tasted such things in stomachs before.
Alaric,
I
do you
might
want to
not
fill us
be-
in on the cool things that you figured out?
I'm not a very bright man, but I've seen some stuff in my time, and I just don't like the vibe of feeling like I'm walking down something's throat to get digested. So he smells something caustic, and I'm thinking this is a trap. Anoint yourself? Well, taking a bath in stomach acid would be anointing yourself with an avatar.
That does track. Anointing yourself in stomach acid.
Can you send your friend down the tunnel here to do a little recon for us, please?
I was just about to say that. She's just gonna motion Bubo over and just kind of put her arm and like speak very quiet in the ear, and Bubo's gonna be like, "Mm-mm." Just do it more Bubo's like, "Mm-mm." It's like, no. Get your like some kind of swear words, and then Bubo's like, and like down through the hole, and she'll like work out and like grab for a point on the wall because
Mode, yeah.
if something happens to him, it can be like kind of a shock to the system.
The owl does have dark vision, correct? So it can see.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they
Let's
do.
find out. Dark vision 120.
Okay.
Nice.
Advantage on distant perception checks or rely on hearing and or sight.
Okay. The owl begins flying through these tunnels, and it's a very crazy effect. Because these tunnels are 5 feet wide, and they curve constantly. So I can't even imagine what that's like to look through a creature that's flying and just seeing like the curving tunnels, like in first-person view, like that.
It's like wearing a VR headset. It makes you
Yeah.
get nauseous immediately.
It's got to be pretty crazy.
She's used to it, but I can see that.
Can your familiar make Constitution saving throws?
Can it? Yes.
Okay.
How many do I need to roll?
Let's
There
start.
multiples.
Let's start with one. As you tell me how far you keep flying. But basically, you can see out of your dark vision that there appears to be like a substance leaking out of the walls and ceiling.
And can it like see that in advance and like stop? If it can see that far ahead, can it like? Do you know what I mean? Or,
You
and, like,
do.
kind of,
You
like,
do
stop and
see
perch
it,
on the
but
wall or something.
yeah, by the time, I guess it depends on how. If you're just flying through normally, or if you're like flying as slow as possibly can be, kind of a
I
thing.
think she's kind of like getting it to like fly to a spot where it can perch. Look, fly to get to a spot, perch. You know, she's
Okay.
not just like barreling down the Death Star tunnel.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have the owl give me a perception check then. Let's see how well, or would it be your perception if you're looking through the owl's eyes? That's interesting.
well, it does get advantage on the check, so I think it's using its eyes.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Or maybe your eyes are enhanced because.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you use whatever's higher.
I have to roll on
It'd
its
be like
thing anyway, so I'm
wild
going to
shape.
use it. And that's with advantage, so 16.
Okay, with a 16, you the owl through your eyes is able to find like a perch and look ahead, and then right when you're about to take off, you see like this substance is just leaking out of all of the wall and ceiling, and you know instinctively you have to immediately get the fuck out and start flying back. And you made it. Gee, how long is this tunnel? Okay. How fast does the owl go? Probably super fucking fast. But you were going slower when you went
60.
in there. Yeah.
60. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea. Maybe like it's a little bit like Aliens or something. It's on the wall, and like a little drip comes from the ceiling, kind of goes like through one of its wings. And it's like, and like takes off.
Yep, you're out of there. Yeah, and that probably happened when you were about like 25 feet, about through this tunnel. But again, like a narrow winding tunnel that seemed to kind of loop. It also seemed to arch up the whole. It was ascending the whole time.
Okay.
But then so your owl turns around and flies back out, and that's what you can report.
Yeah. She's going to reiterate. There's no way through. It's dripping with pain.
Dripping with.
At least that's how Mubo, what Mubo described it as.
Two out of 5 stars, just dripping with pain.
would not go back.
So, Millie, are you immune to this?
I know I'm not immune to acid, but fire's always a good helper.
That's actually
Really,
not a bad idea. I mean, maybe it's explosive.
Blow the whole thing up.
If there is anything at the end of this tunnel, I'm not sure we want it. I don't know if it's worth the pain going down this.
Okay. Oh,
Is
actually,
the
she's
juice worth
fairly
the
smart.
squeeze?
I mean,
Millie also has the decanter of endless water. She could shoot that up the hole. Like a big bidet or something.
This cave needs an enema.
Just super power wash.
So if this place, I mean, Zaberi's like, okay,
Anoint
so if this place
you
is just
bastard.
dripping ale. The place is just dripping acid. Acid affects Darkcool as well, right?
As far as you know, yeah.
So there's got to be another way in here.
Keep going up the
Right.
tunnel or up the path.
Let's just keep going up the path.
There's
I do find
to
it
kill
humorous.
here.
I would find it interesting just leaving that decanter there and picking it back up on the way out.
It'll take a while. You got to flush it's a whole colonoscopy sequence for this, basically. Just flushing everything. Or not a colon. There's another word for it. What's the? I forget what.
Enema.
No, I thought there's a procedure where they literally like flush everything fucking out.
That's enema, right?
It's an enema.
Is it? Okay.
That's why I was quoting Batman. Cave needs an enema.
I don't know. Oh God. So if you Google enema, the first thing you get is a pretty funny cartoon image of a dude like squatting with something up his butt.
Thank you, Google.
But it's like one of those cartoon images you'd see in a doctor's office.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
All right, continuing up the path.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you can still use the bird for scouting purposes for sure.
Yeah, he's flying a little awkwardly.
You all continue to just go up, and it's an ascent. It probably doesn't feel great. The path is kind of worn and uneven in places. Not necessarily dangerous, but you definitely. I mean, you're going up. You are walking upstairs. Another 100 feet do you go until you are now 200 feet above sea level, and you do see another entrance, very similar. Appears to be 10 foot wide entrance, and it has another sign written in Darkwool. This sign also says the Shrine of the Herald. Underneath it, it says the dry lands are vast and unyielding.
Can you post the first quote again?
Yes.
At this point, Millie is kind of curious, and she is going to grab that decanter of endless water and shoot it into the hole here and see if it comes out the bottom hole.
Okay. How
What's the biology of this?
how
mountain?
far does can the decanter shoot water?
It is. Let me pull it up. Where's my decanter?
Someone bring me my
Let's see.
decanter. It's a fun word we don't use often enough.
I have it as
I
listed
don't
as
even know
one
what
of
it,
my
I don't even know what it
items.
is.
It's that in like carafe.
Jug?
Yeah. Decanter is a glass bottle with a little glass
There.
lid on it that you
Yeah.
usually keep like liquor in.
Yeah, I would be using the geyser form of it too. So 30 gallons of water that, gushes forth in the geyser, 30 feet long and 1 foot wide.
Feet long,
I'm assuming the water keeps like going after that though.
Oh shit! If I knew it was that powerful, I would have said yes. Let's definitely use it down at the bottom.
Right.
But-
Yeah, you're picturing like pulling out a canteen and like
I thought you were just
spraying
like-
it down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. You do that in this cave tunnel, and it just seems to go straight. It doesn't seem to have any curves to it. And you can't. It's still dark though. You can't quite see, but you can't tell that it seems to be going any other direction.
After just a little bit, she'll just stop then.
Alaric, since
You know what the drylands are?
yeah, so you can Alaric, you can give me a religion check, or if you want to translate it for others, other people can also make a religion check.
I would definitely translate. Regular religion or with advantage?
I'll give you advantage on this one. You seem to be a student of the Dhampir, better or for worse.
Once again, continue.
Yeah, Alaric, your knowledge of the Imperium and the Dhampir via the Know Your Enemy logic, you kind of a chill runs through your spine as you recall that the Drylands refers to Evermaw, the plane of undeath, which is also where the hunger god Verdizane resides, also known as the plane of Mot. Mot being another god of death. All the cool gods are there.
Yeah.
That says planet.
It's a space adventure now.
Is it a planet?
It is not a
That's-
planet. I can't.
It's just a small moon.
Stupid
It's really just a small
autocorrect. That's
moon.
of course part of Roll20.
Oh, I thought you like cut and pasted it from like the text of the book. And I
I
was
cut
like,
and pasted it from my own notes. So my own notes, I
okay.
They want
sorry.
you to believe it's a
I
planet.
must
It's
return
really
to my
just a small
planet
moon.
now.
planet hates me.
Just
Sorry.
a small moon.
The plane of Mot, or the plane of undeath, known as Evermaw.
Getting any results from our tactical baptism going on over here?
No, you're not. Tactical baptism is a fucking fantastic
Holy
phrase,
shit.
though.
First album name. That's great.
It's a euphemism for
An
waterboarding.
80s metal,
but
an 80s heavy metal.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a euphemism for waterboarding, tactical baptism. So,
Also,
can we use your owl friend again, Zaberi?
so can we see anything? Is this a cave that go and like turns and then there's nothing? Kind of a thing?
You can see that it is a 10-foot wide tunnel that continues to go into darkness. All of you or sorry, not all of you, but most of you have 60-foot dark vision, correct? So you can see through your kind of shadowy dark vision that the tunnel appears to be about 50 feet long before it opens up into what looks like a larger space and then a bridge. But there's still no light anywhere. So it's hard to make out any details or anything.
Sure. Let's go for an owl jaunt.
Okay.
Not like flying right into the, like, I don't want to fly like near, like right into the cave part, but like up to the cave and kind of like huddle at the, just at the exit.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do another perception check through the owl. There you go. Let's see. So the 15, you can tell that the tunnel exits into a larger cavern, and there's a stone bridge that seems to span a chasm that goes beyond. Well, no, you said how? Let's see, 120 dark vision. That actually is pretty.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Pretty big, yeah. Well, it's a pretty deep. It's a deep chasm, but you can tell it's maybe about a 50-foot deep chasm, actually, with the stupid owl's amazing dark vision.
Is there a sweet ass map we can look at?
I'm not going to quite show you the sweet ass map yet.
Yeah. Okay.
The bridge appears to be about maybe 25 feet across, and it's about 5 feet wide. And then it opens up into a larger cavern where there are some like just natural formations of stalagmites in the area, and then the cavern continues to go towards the east with what looks like a more natural cavern, and then towards the north, where the owl can see stone steps and like kind of a ghostly green light.
So the only exit out of here is north, or is it multiple exits?
There's two exits from the bridge.
East
and north, correct?
East and north.
Yep.
Okay.
And no visible targets.
No visible targets.
You say there's a glowing. It's like glowing because we can't see the source of the glow because it's like over the stairs or something.
You're just not. You haven't moved any further yet, so I'm.
Yeah, that'll be too far away anyway because this is like 60 feet away already. So
Yeah.
I'll reiterate what we got, and maybe we go up to that, at least that point of the base of the bridge.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay, so you all enter through this tunnel. It's much more pleasant than the other one looked like. There's no jaws of worms or acid walls or anything, and it's actually a 10-foot wide that eventually does, like I said, taper and then open up after about 50 feet into this much larger cavern, soaring ceilings, chasm below, and just that 5-foot, about 25-foot wide, or sorry, 25-foot long, 5-foot wide bridge. That looks kind of natural, basically naturally formed. And then stalagmites kind of on the other side, and then there's a entrance to the east and north. Yeah, that's what you see. and Millie, again, you are relying on everybody else for sight. Basically, you can kind of just barely see in front of you, but at this point, you guys aren't giving off your own light source either.
Right. I mean, should we be even worried about that? Because they can all see as much as we can see, right?
You do know that Dark will certainly have dark vision, and obviously pretty much any creature native to the underworld is going to have dark vision, basically.
Right.
So,
I mean, I realize that technically dark vision is only like low light.
Yeah, so you can't. Yeah, and I should be like
with those rules too much,
disadvantage
right?
and stuff. Yeah, we usually don't mess around with the rules too, and
But just, I mean, I mean, it's irrelevant that she has a torch on or not. Sort of. Yes? No? I mean, like Last of Us, like you can have your light on in Last of Us because the clickers don't see the light kind of a thing. Is it like that case, or would it be they could see us more with the light?
Oh, no, a light would definitely be
Okay.
pretty visible, you think, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, they just, Dark Hole of Dark Vision, but they can still use light. In fact, you recall when you guys were sailing on the Sulphur Sea, the one undead captain was like giving out those light beetles because it helped like extend the light and helped everybody see on the lake. So, like I said, like dark vision isn't necessarily like instantly you can see as well as anything else. They still use light. But you do note that there's not much light here except for that ghostly green, you can say, emanating from the north side.
So onward in, I guess we go.
Cross the bridge, and then we make a choice as to like further in or up to the green.
If we walk to the light,
We have to cross the bridge first, right?
Yeah.
I am getting impatient. There better be something to kill up here.
When you say that, and you start stepping onto the bridge, you hear a voice speaking telepathically in your minds. And it says,
The shrine is closed. Leave this place now. By order of Radomir Marrowblight and High Priestess Varmisia Wormfood. Or become sustenance yourself.
and you almost hear like a growling sound in your minds.
Since when has that ever stopped us?
what's Bond's alias name? Rotbone.
God, he's gonna be so pissed we don't remember it.
Grimtooth.
Grimtooth Rotbone.
We are here to pay our respects on order of his Highness Grimtooth Rotbone. You may have heard of him.
Do you say that in do you say that in your mind, or do you say it out loud? In what language? Yep.
I would say I would think it and say it out loud in Darkle.
Okay. You hear a growl response kind of in your minds. It says,
Shrine is closed to all important business. This is last warning.
all of you can give me a perception check while this is going on.
Let's just assume my perception checks always involve my nose.
My nose.
Oh,
Which is probably a problem when I crit. You're only going to be able to tell me when I smell.
smell thoughts.
You sure smell something nasty.
It smells what the Darkle's cooking. Okay, gotcha.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, with the nat 20 with the nose, that all of you see Grymork's head just twist up. And Grymork, you definitely, like, you're smelling something above you.
Mm.
And just out, and Millie, you can, I think, just make out this as well. You see there's some really, again, the ceiling goes up for quite a ways, and you can see like stalagmites and a little bit of cave ledges and everywhere. And you think you see a like clawed, almost bird-like talon sticking out. And Grymork, with your nat 20, only you would know, you see a second one of those. And they're quite large. On like either side of this bridge above you, probably by a solid like 30 feet up.
Okay. Grymork will draw his cleavers and say, "Yes."
And Millie's gonna see that he's drawing his blades, and she goes, "We're boned. Might as well do this." And she pulls out her alchemist fire and just chucks it up the ceiling.
Just blind fires.
Like, straight up.
Just into the sky.
Fire the hole.
It's gonna come down.
Yeah.
It's gonna break on the
She
ceiling
saw
and just
him
rain
looking
fire.
Yeah. The bridge is now on fire. All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative. I will allow
You
the
You have to move us to a new map before we roll. or
Oh
else we won't
shoot,
be able to
sorry,
see
I
anything.
forgot. Yep. You're
Oh,
right.
It happens. It's every time.
Grimork will in fact inform his teammates that there are two creatures. He'll say something like, "Yes, we face true battle now. Two of these bird monsters to murder."
Yeah, change the other one to the first one, Morgan.
Yeah. Let's see. It was 8, I believe, right?
Yes.
Why is it not letting me change it?
I can do it if you need me
There
to.
we go. Oh yeah, it's not letting me do it. I don't know why.
Where did it go to?
Boy, my superior barbarian initiative is really not working for me
Not
so
that
far.
superior. You still got to roll well, unfortunately.
That's right.
This dog needs to bark less and fight more.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how does the alchemist fire? Is that an improvised weapon or does it have its own mechanic? I forget.
Let me see. Can't remember. I have only one vial of it. Don't think that I have it in here though. Copy. Hope that's the old one. Yeah, I don't have it in here. It must be in the thing though.
Bold choice to use an item you don't have.
I just didn't copy the text into the thing. Oh. Alchemist's fire?
I had that problem. I was trying to search for a hero's feast. I was like, fuck, I don't know how.
Let's see, alchemist,
Heroes'
alchemist
feast.
spells, alchemist workshop. Wow, there's a lot of alchemist fire. That is not. It says undefined. That's weird. This one.
Just Google it.
There are so many different listings for alchemist fire on here. Damage 1d4, fire, improvised weapon, range 20. It says. Well, that's gonna be straight up in the air.
Item. There it is, alchemist.
Just Googled it off.
Thank you.
This sticky.
Roll 20 compendium.
Make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating the alchemist fire as an improvised weapon. Up to it is up to 20 feet. Okay,
Yeah, she's gonna throw it then slightly off to the side, so just like a little bit, so it wouldn't fall right back on her.
Okay, what it does is it kind of acts like a flare, basically, right? Like it kind of explodes into a bit of fire. It's not you can tell when you throw it because you especially are just blind throwing this thing into the dark, and it does light up. But I'm picturing a very cool horror moment where, like, it's pitch dark, something's there, and it lights up briefly, and what you see is this sort of cross between a monstrous humanoid and like a vulture. Like feathery wings, talons, claws, and like a face that's like part beak, part toothy maw, but still sort of looks like a person. And that lights up briefly on one of the, basically whichever direction you throw it in is what you see when that flare goes off, essentially that explosion. And it's large mechanically.
Both narratively and mechanically.
Both narratively and mechanically, it is
Roughly
large.
10 feet by 10 feet square.
So, Alaric, you are actually first to respond to this, only because you think that some of your party was able to sense or locate what you assume is the source of this voice, but at the very least you could see there were creatures that were kind of peering down at you, and they do appear very hostile. One of them you can briefly see, we'll say it's this one, thanks to the momentary flare from Millie, but hasn't otherwise like kind of revealed itself. You can tell it's still basically planning on coming at you guys, but still it is 30 feet up, kind of in an alcove.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Pleasant. Very pleasant. Going to move out into over here. And bonus action, I am going to... Judgment has been decreed to come on this place. The emissary of Wotan has come to mete out justice. Now I'll turn into my emissary form. It's my bonus action. And then I will do... So Alaric looks like a glowing red angel right now. And we'll do chill touch on this one.
Oh. Almost rolls a crit.
Yeah.
Darn. For 12 points.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me, 17.
17, yeah. All right.
Gotta love cantrips at this level.
Yeah, you can see, and again, the only reason you feel like you can even target this creature right now is because of Millie's kind of alchemist flare going off, and you can see the creature kind of shudders, and you can hear it in your mind. It kind of screeches. So now you're kind of confirmed that this thing was.
So I'm hovering 5 feet off the ground, wings extended, glowing red, and I will drop the mask. So.
What do you mean? Oh, you're the mask. You not the Derrickle thing,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The creature does seem to take full damage from the necrotic.
Good.
Then, on its turn, it will certainly hiss at you angrily and swoop down with just lightning speed on these big, just oversized feather wings, and attempt to kind of do the thing where it swoops down. It's not trying to grab you like the Night Gaunt did with Millie and Rye, though. It's just trying to like come in and just almost tackle you and just start like raking at you with claws and jaws. So we'll see claw.
Nope.
14's not going to do it. We'll try claw again.
Nope.
17's not going to do it. And then we'll try a... Oh, I should have... Yeah, let's just type that. Let's try a bite attack.
Nope.
18. Still not going to do it. Okay, the creature tries its best, but you are like fending it off with shield and...
Shield and rapier, holding them off. Yep.
Alaric, you do hear that this battle seems to be drawing creatures from nearby tunnels, and they come running a little bit closer, but they both only get to about here. You recognize ghasts, which are just the stronger cousins of regular ghouls. Come slathering up. Zaberi.
Oh, that was fast. Okay, sorry. Where is the other one of these things? I see a 2, but I don't see a 1.
Yes. You know it's up here in the air somewhere, but it would be very challenging to target because it's still kind of in its hiding spot. But you were alerted the fact that there were enemies here, which is why nobody was surprised. And Alaric could target this one because of the alchemist fire kind of flare that went off.
I can get this. Okay.
So at this point, if you guys wanted to locate like the other one, it would require like an action search check, I guess.
Yeah, there's one here I can swing at.
There is one there. Yep.
Little owl swing. And sorry, as every myself on dark mode, and I can't read this text to save my life. It's like a blob of white. Sure. Let's go Great Weapon Master. What's that? Or what that does. Whatever, signed up. Advantage for first swing. 17?
Yes, it does hit.
Nope. Oh, of course it didn't do the extra for some reason. So that's 24.
Oof.
Let's do it
Big
again.
stick.
Yeah, jeez.
Big stick.
This is what I'm built for.
Hitting things with this.
23.
Jeez.
Does hit.
Another 21.
Ouch.
Is
this you got like the sharpshooter for great weapons? Is that what it is?
Oh, I'm sorry. That second one shouldn't have advantage, so that would have been a 12.
Oh, 12.
No, I'm sorry. The first roll was 28. La la la.
Yeah.
I just said. Okay. For some reason, rolling advantage even when I don't choose advantage.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay. Butt end. Oof.
Butts is gonna miss.
Okay. Let's action search.
Gotta show off in front of the new gnoll.
Oh my god, what are these rolls? Okay.
You rolled a 1 and a 2.
I think I genuinely misinterpreted your character as more wizard than fighter. You're really showing your
No, it's 9.
That's
10
funny
points.
because the first thing, that Zaberi did was do the whole familiar like wizard thing. And
right? Yeah. That's
No.
all. That's all that
she's dressed
Grymork
like a
saw.
full-on warrior and has like a
Yeah.
staff
Sorry
and yeah.
One more time. Can we please roll higher than 1 or 2? Oh, apparently not.
A
Okay.
3. you
Absolutely.
did roll higher than a 1 or a 2.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You did not specify.
Well, anyway, that will do that. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, you turn on that flurry, but the creature then has its attention on you and is able to like dodge and weave out of the way and just all kinds of feathers in your face. All right, Grymork.
Grymork. Yeah, he's got his cleavers drawn, and he's gonna run up to kind of like around these folks. What is his move speed? It's pretty high, I think. I don't even know where it is on this sheet.
Barbarian gnoll. It's probably 120 or something.
50 maybe.
It's 40. It's 40. Yeah.
I mean, compared to the
But
monk,
also-
though, you're probably not as fast.
Exactly. But what he can do is when he rages, he gets to move half his movement speed again. So he gets 60 on this turn. Because as he runs, you're going to pull my sound effect. To hear him say,
Yes, battle. Come, slain brethren. We have foes to slaughter, meat to consume.
that's coming through. You just hear hyena noises all over the place and like spectral
That is unsettling.
spectral hyena creatures fill the battlefield. This is like 2 minutes long.
And we're going to play every second.
Every second.
And then it's on loop.
That's right.
The 6-second turn, but we've got a 2-minute sound.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. So he's gonna run around, and he's gonna these spectral hyenas aren't doing anything right now, but he's gonna start laying into this bird creature with, of course, Heather taught me this. Don't ever not reckless attack.
If you're not recklessly attacking, are you even a barbarian?
Exactly. So he's going to attack him twice with his main hand cleaver. Oh, no, he can't do a bonus action, so only twice with his main hand cleaver. 28.
28 will hit. Almost crit with your first attack.
For 12.
Okay, this thing is taking a walloping.
And then 26.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 11.
Oh my gosh, this creature was in fine health and that was like near death after all these attacks.
And as I hit him, the spectral hyenas like bite into him and like hold him down to the extent that a ghost can hold someone down. Until the start of his next turn, that target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against me. And when the target hits a creature other than me with an attack, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't you. Okay. But creatures have advantage against you because you recklessly attacked also.
That's right. Yep.
That's a lot to keep track of.
You and I
I'd
need to
say-
stick together for like the rest of the campaign because
I would say-
I am like glass cannon
Oh, yeah.
so hard, and you were like, no, don't attack the glass cannon. Attack the
Attack me!
This is why one of the reasons Alaric misses Torben.
Yeah, I haven't had like
Is-
a huge tank in a while.
You put Alaric and Torben got stuck in an alley fighting a bunch of gang members, and we were just stacking bodies. It was so much fun.
All right, Millie.
Well, Millie is going to have to use her action to turn on the Gem of Brightness.
Mhm.
That's 30 and 30 on that.
Okay.
And
Is Alaric-
That's for everybody,
That's the
right?
red
That lights
glow.
up.
yeah, it's a 30-30, or she admits that. And she's going to take the gem that she has and give it to her raven, her raven familiar, and have him actually fly around a little bit. Can I get the raven? There it is. Okay. Let's see.
You guys got a raven
It
and
is
an
going-
owl?
It's a fucking menagerie, man. Hang on, let me give the raven a light.
all the birds.
You got it.
Yeah, where's your bird, Grymork? You didn't get the memo?
Exactly. He ate his
Yeah,
bird.
everyone has a bird.
He had a bird.
What was the Iron Man 2? My board. Give me my
My
board.
board. I must have my board.
Must have my board.
I'm going to have the raven
He ate
move
his
a little bit. The raven's gonna go up here, in fact.
Okay. Just shining a light. You can see as you shine that light, there's a couple of the ghasts around are like very annoyed by this.
Yeah, and the raven's gonna fly up as high as it can in the room, so it's kind of like lighting as much of an area as it can.
Okay, it's
and
pretty high,
trying to-
yeah.
Yeah, so. And Millie is then going to just kind of go and step behind Rye and go, I'm just going to stand here with you, lover boy. And then she's going to use her patient defense to put on the dodge action as her bonus action. And that's going to be her turn.
Okay. Well, you can see these creatures are not a fan of that light that you have put so brazenly in the middle of the room, Millie. And you can see the other creature finally emerges and actually flies towards your raven,
Oh no.
claws outstretched. And let's see if I can hit a raven. As a 24.
Yeah, definitely.
DM wastes his good roll.
This is gonna be like watching a hawk pick a pigeon out of the sky.
Yep, yep,
just
just
feathers just explode.
Yeah. So I assume the raven does not have a whole lot of hit
Oh
points.
no, the raven is very dead.
Okay. And the gem, the creature snatches the gem and throws it down into the chasm. And you see it like a... I know, I'm really addictive.
throw your magic items in a pit, you sons of bitches. Watch this.
So that means we can see down there?
Yeah, that's right. You can see it. It's like throwing a flare down there, basically.
There it goes.
Yeah, I don't know how the does it stay active for a certain amount of time? Is that how it works?
It's
Let me
command word.
double check.
As a command word, so just it's
Yeah,
like a
just
remote.
command word.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's still on, and it goes down, and it's literally like throwing a flare, and you can see it goes all the way down and rests about 50 feet down, and it just appears to be rocks down there, but it is a solid 50 feet.
We got
down.
an owl. We can get it later.
Dang it, beat me to it.
Yeah.
Lupo turns and like,
Yeah, that's exactly on it, sir.
But it's now bathed back in darkness, which makes it happy again.
Yeah.
It still has more attacks and has a lot of speed, so it will. Actually, we'll use token fate to determine because we've got several targets to choose from here. And Alaric is the winner chicken dinner. So this one is going to go down and try to claw you with its second claw attack.
time,
It has disadvantage.
time,
Okay.
Time.
Yep. Go ahead.
within 5 feet.
Yep. You want to do your reaction thing?
About bullshit time.
Oh,
There's a
25?
roll. 25 does hit. Yes, it does.
Just bash it upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
14 bludgeoning.
What is this item? Should be
He has
hitting pretty hard with
a staff of
Yeah, don't-
striking. Is that what it is?
it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. 14 plus 10 is 24. Wait, hang on. I don't think I can do this on my turn. 2 seconds. I have to do it on my turn.
It's a reaction.
Nope. Wait. Oh, doesn't have to be on my turn. 24.
We have to punt it to the courts. It's at the lower circuit.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Alright, that does a shit ton of damage. As it comes in and tries to claw at Alaric, but 19 does not hit you.
Sorry, hang on. I'm not done yet.
Oh my God.
Sorry, going through the list of bullshit. I was talking about Lumpy about this in the comments the other day. I literally have like a flow chart.
we have there's a
This
whole
and
lot of
this.
stuff coming.
I will say that's what I like about the 2024 character sheets is it does separate everything into like action, bonus actions, reactions, and lays all that out a lot better. I still have a lot of problems
Absolutely does.
with the Roll20 sheet, as you can see when I'm trying to make my characters and stuff, but that's one thing I really like is that part of the layout.
Okay, so when I hit a creature with a weapon, I'll just post it. It needs to make me a wisdom saving throw, and that's going to take more damage anyway.
Wisdom save.
Also, fought 10 more
Oh.
damage.
My
Yes.
God.
Murphy. This is
bad
making up for the
news.
1, 2, 3 bullcrap in the last round.
Right.
Oh well, it makes a save, so nothing happens.
Creature's very wise, apparently.
Okay.
Well, it still took a shit ton of damage, though, just by getting...
Okay, I still did like 40.
34
Alright,
points of
sorry,
damage.
Alaric, 19 does not hit you, is that correct?
Does he attack with disadvantage because of the Ancestral Guardians?
No. Oh, not that one. Just the one that I attacked.
Okay. So a 19 won't hit because I will cover myself in shadows.
Everybody using their reactions.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to use my reaction too.
So what right now?
I would like to remind.
After you do damage, I have a reaction.
I would like to remind the DM that we are level 11.
That's right. we got all the bullshit now, baby.
That's a very
And
good point.
And my AC is now 21.
Yeah. This was the...
Well, if you don't hit him, I'm yes.
Alright, seeing you come up with some kind of magical shield thing, it won't try to claw you, it'll try to bite at Zaberi then,
Oh.
with its third
She
attack.
also just bashed him.
That's true, yeah, you also attack, so it's coming after you. Not very well, though, with an 11.
Oh.
Alas.
It wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, these creatures are not showing up very well as the Guardians. Although you guys took out the way bigger Guardians before. Rye.
Alright, Rye is going to cast Frenzied Bolt on this one.
$15 is not gonna hit, Rye.
Uh,
You rolled a 5.
We gotta get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's better. Sadly, I'll stay where I'm at.
Millie cowering nearby.
That's right.
All right, Alaric, you're in the middle of these flapping, feathery, jawed creatures.
I reach down, grab one of the necklaces around my neck, and call upon Lady Sif to remember the valor of Sister Adelind and do a radiant burst. So they need to do a DC 15 con save for all the evil creatures within 15 feet of me. So those.
Con save, you said?
Yep.
Alright, I've got advantage against magical effects. So this is 1, and this is 2. These guys have good
Okay.
saves, at least.
Oof.
So they take 10 points of radiant each.
Okay. They definitely don't like the light, though. They are
So.
hissing at you angrily. Number 2 down there looks real fucking bad, too. It is just hissing with... not like... I feel like it's like steam coming off of it, like from the radiant damage and numerous blood spilling out from it. Looks very close to death.
And I'll use my bonus action to maintain the shadows.
Alright, however, these creatures also don't look like they are wanting to retreat at all, so... all these hyenas are flying in the air, like distracting it, or is that...
That's, yeah, exactly. Right now they're like, there's like 3 of them, like ghost hyenas, like biting it, like kind of holding it down right in front of...
trying to keep it like basically
Grymork.
locked to you mechanically,
Yep.
and then you also recklessly attack. So I imagine these 2 things are really going to draw this creature's attention.
Yeah, probably.
So with advantage, it's going to come after you, Grymork. See if I can finally do damage.
22 will hit.
22 will hit. How about 10 slashing?
That works.
And a Constitution save to avoid being poisoned. It's Venomous Claws.
A Constitution save, you say?
Brain should be pretty good at that. Yeah.
Yep.
However, it's going to attack you again.
To do it again.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
10's not going to
I
do
rolled a
it.
1 and a 3. That's bad. Then it's going to try to come in and snap you. And whenever these things do their bite, it's the creepy, like, distended jaw goes, like, way further down than you... like, the picture, basically. Like, goes way down there and tries to just engulf you. 19.
Great. 19 also will hit, yes.
All right.
Oh, shit.
17 piercing, and I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
What's half of 17?
8.
8, thank you. Okay, I can see this coming, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have advantage on saving throws on dex checks that when I can see the danger coming at me.
Okay. The danger is it's trying to eat you with its overly large mouth.
Okay.
That does seem pretty dangerous.
That seems pretty obvious and pretty dangerous.
And
Oh,
weirdly
it's not
ironic.
yeah. Not a very good save, though.
The rest of you see this creature, like, missing with it, or I guess it raked you with 1 claw.
I would like to...
Already
give
used
inspiration.
your reaction.
I don't have to do that to use my inspiration.
Oh.
On my dex save?
Yep.
Is that a thing you can do? You may have done this in our other game,
you
too,
guys,
Eric.
you
I
guys let
just
people
forgot.
use inspiration for other players? No?
Maybe
No.
you do,
We
but I
haven't-
don't think we've ever done it.
We haven't ever yet. I know the 2024 rules spell out that you can. I don't actually remember the 2014 rules.
Okay.
We never have before.
It's fine.
2014, I believe you can as well,
You
but
can,
it's
yeah.
like everything else. Inspiration is technically optional. So
Yeah. It would be unprecedented, so I think I'm going to not do it. Only because we haven't used it that way the entire campaign, so...
That's fine.
But I like where your heart's at. That, and I really want to do this to Chris.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yes.
You
This
really
creature
wasn't
leans in
looking
and literally, like cartoon style, like distends its jaws, engulfs, and swallows this man-sized gnoll.
You guys, anybody? I know you haven't, Eric. Anybody else seen the Smile movies? This is the monster from the Smile movies.
The monster crawls in, or I guess that's what you're picturing, right? It like opens and crawls inside. I have seen clips of this movie.
Like the monster, like just it becomes giant. The mouth becomes giant. It just slowly goes over the person.
Oh, I thought
I've
it
seen a
opened their
baseball
mouth up and
mascot
crawled
do this.
inside. Maybe I'm thinking of
I've seen a
something else.
baseball mascot do this before.
That I have seen also. Yes.
And then the Yankee fan grabbed it out.
Yeah, so you become blinded and restrained as you literally disappear inside of this creature.
Okay. Great.
Then we've got these ghouly guys up here, which are gonna make it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That one can only actually make it there. The other one, though, can run up on Zaberi and try to attack you with its claws. And apparently launches itself at you with fervor, seeing the vulture demon just straight up eat one of its foes.
So the bad news is, one of my ghost hyenas
Yes.
would have run in and
But they
stopped
all
some of
just
this
got
damage,
disappeared, I assume, when you
but
went.
I can't see you, so I
Yeah.
can't direct the ghost hyenas.
Love it when a plan falls apart.
Also, by the way, I can't find the thing. I just spilled whiskey all over my pants. I legit did. I was like motioning.
Well done. All right, well, I rolled bad on the damage. 15 damage to Zaberi, and then I need a con save.
I am sitting here clicking con and nothing is happening.
Nothing happening.
I'm just gonna roll. I feel like fix this. I'm just gonna roll off the
Okay.
D chart.
I wonder
and
if it's
add
going to
my
make
bonus
like
to this.
17 like rolls
All
in a
of
row.
Here
It
it
totally
was.
is. I have +6. So
Okay,
13.
13's enough, yep. However, I do need to roll on the massive damage table that we have.
Okay, and where? Oh, down there.
If you look at, yep.
Doof.
All right, you're knocked prone by
Oh, I see why I did that.
the attack. Well, however, that's not really going to matter because it is your turn next.
Oh god. Okay, sorry, I'm barely caught up to where everything's going on. How much is the damage? Is 15?
15, yeah.
15. Oh wait, but damn it. Okay, so temp first.
Oh, double ones on my
Character
crit
sheet
damage.
is broken, so this is making this super fun.
You might need to refresh, maybe? That's usually the only way to fix it, if it's...
Yeah, it's just I've got
Marked.
like little things open all over the place. Okay, sweet. If I attack this dude who's holding never-ending story baddie in his mouth, do I hurt it, or can I can still attack it, right?
Zaberi, you've never probably seen a creature like this. You may have encountered other creatures that eat people before.
I was level 9 when we started, so I'm assuming something. Yeah.
Right. And,
Who cares? Let's do it.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the rules on this. There's a whole fucking paragraph involved.
About attacking it while it's eating
I mean,
someone.
can I see Grymork in the mouth?
I'm about to say,
Like,
yeah, this creature isn't like a giant creature. So is there like a Grimork shaped bulge in this thing's
It's
belly?
like pregnant, basically, like this
Yeah,
like, weird
right.
distended belly. It's gotta be, yeah. It's so weird.
but is the mouth like still like open, just where like theoretically I could like grab him and pull him out? Is that a mechanic?
That is not. No.
Come on.
He's got those like what is it? Some fish have where like the barbs that face inward, so when they swallow food, it can't
It
leave
can't
the throat.
escape. Yeah.
Sure. I have athletics like plus 27. I really wanted to try. Okay.
Just let me reach in
let's-
there.
I gotcha.
Go for a. Take that off and just do regular attack.
But yeah, you
Wait,
think
no,
you can attack it without damaging?
Sorry. Okay.
So-
I'm gonna do a Mubo help and an attack. Oh, pick that off. Whatever. 18.
Good call, turning off Great Weapon Master. Yeah, 18 does it.
Oh, I forgot this thing had frickin' charge things on it.
Hmm.
Oh my
You
god.
can throw
Okay,
it at 'em.
so 14 damage.
Okay.
How's it doing?
It's looking real fucking bad. You think that killed it, and then it just barely like keeps it together, and it just starts like
Okay.
making moaning sounds.
If you're going to
and
use charges, now's
clutching
the time
clutching
to
its
do it.
pregnant belly full of Grymork.
I got lots of attacks. Let's do this. Normal attack, 20 to hit,
That does it.
7 damage.
All right, with that, you crack it across the face. Its long, elongated face, and it just absolutely collapses down, dead.
Can I call this as like a gut split? So what's his name comes tumbling out? Is he still trapped even though the guy's dead?
I feel like he wants to do something worse to me.
No, I'm
Now
not
that
going
he's
to
dead.
do anything worse. It's not a gut split. He's still in there, but you think he can crawl out, basically.
Okay. And since I reduced someone to 0, I will attack. Like get a free attack, and I'll turn around and smoke
Now
the
it's just
guy.
like being inside the tauntaun or something. Grymork.
Yeah,
It's
just gotta.
18 to hit.
Yes. Which one are we hitting?
The one that's not dead, the big guy.
Okay, the
Sorry, can someone remind me? Staff of striking charges are an extra 2d6. Is that what it was?
It's 1d6 for each charge you expend. You can expend up to 3 charges.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so. Oh wow, thank you. That was nice.
Sometimes that can be
so-
helpful.
Do I have to use something to do that?
You can expend up to 3 charges when you hit with a melee attack.
Okay, so back to the normal thing. So attack is going to do 16. 3d6 is another 7. And then let's go menace. Let's tack on a menacing strike. So I need another wisdom save. 6 points damage for the
Oops, what did I click? I didn't mean to do that.
bonus crap.
Tried to roll its initiative again.
That is
I only
fail.
got 13 that time, yeah.
As fail, it is now frightened.
Ooh, okay. It's also
So
pretty heavily damaged.
23, 29 damage, and it's frightened.
Yeah.
And that's 1, 2, 3, and I think I'm done. But I'm not sure.
Did you do your butt stroke?
No, I was just doubling check if my bonus attack. It's a bonus action, so I am done. Yeah,
Okay.
good call though.
All right, that was good timing. Grymork does not have to take stomach acid damage.
That's good.
Instead, you have to spend 5 feet of movement to crawl out of its weird... You think there's some kind of weird space-time, like, size distortion thing going on when you crawl out. Like, you're literally, like, smaller than when you crawl out, you're, like, back to your regular size. I don't understand how it works either.
He crawls out, and you think, and he's got something in his mouth. You think it might be an appendix or a liver or something, but it's in his mouth, and he just does this and swallows it whole.
Spleen.
The spleen.
Who eats
Appendix.
whom?
And he will rush at the nearest ghoulie here with reckless attacks.
Obviously.
Obviously,
Yep, 21.
for 13.
Okay.
There's a crit.
Ooh, reckless crit.
And
Wah, wah, wah.
barbarian crits are better.
Are they?
Yeah, they get to add another D8 to the crit. That's the second number is a 2d8, not a 1d8. Yeah, so it adds 2 numbers instead of 1.
Okay. So 21 damage.
Yep, 21 damage. And also, because Grymork is a slasher, this creature is grievously wounded until the start of my next turn. The target has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Wow.
Chris,
Yes.
isn't all your dice doubled? Your extra D8 would be a double D8, right?
It would, yes. But the rage damage isn't a dice. It's just a flat number.
You do get to roll on the massive damage table, though, because it was a crit.
Mm.
The creature looks almost dead after that huge blast from your cleaver.
The target's knocked prone.
Knocked prone.
And then he's going to make an offhand cleaver attack with his other cleaver. 18
Yes.
for another 10.
All right, that one brings down and finishes this creature off.
Yeah,
in a
he
single
just,
flurry.
it's just like a just ungraceful, brutal, just strikes with these cleavers at this thing.
Hacking that meat.
Hacking at the meat, exactly.
All right, Millie.
Zaberi holds up a hand for a high five and realizes you've got cleavers in both hands, just like it's.
Yeah.
Millie is going to look to Rye and say, sorry, lover boy, I gotta go. I gotta get that gem back. And she is going to vault over Rye, like putting her hands on his shoulders, and just dive into the chasm.
Wow, you people are crazy.
And so she does have the slow fall,
Mm-hmm.
and it is I reduced the damage by 5 hit points per level. So that means I can reduce the dice by 55 damage,
55.
and it's you said it was 50 feet
50 feet.
down.
So I can't beat
Okay.
that with 5d6.
Nope.
And
You're
you
not
and
gonna
you
get
do
there.
you can see the light down there, so you can gauge the distance and do all that to perfectly fall down and
Yeah.
be right there.
And she is doing like tumbles in the air and stuff like that, like really making a show of it. And she's going to land in the superhero pose,
Oh, I knew
and then she's going to grab the gem and just kind of put it in I don't know, a necklace or something, or she just like puts it in, I don't know, she has it somewhere so she can see it, but so she can't really see up because it only goes like 60 feet and like she's underneath everything. So I figure she's still kind of blind to all the enemies. So she would have disadvantage on attacks, but she's going to take out her bow and kind of try to arc arrows up and onto the level and hit.
Blind firing into
Oh,
where your
there's
team
one
is
guy.
fighting in a hot zone.
I got arrows coming in.
This creature's pretty big though, and you could probably make out the edge of it. So I would just give you disadvantage on the fight on the attack.
Okay. So yeah, she's going to take her, two attacks, and she's going to do that. Hold on, let me get this.
Although
out.
the creature is frightened,
doesn't
Oh.
affect it.
doesn't affect
doesn't,
incoming attacks. Okay,
I don't think so.
I don't
I
remember.
don't think so. I'll double check.
but she's going to just like fire off 2 arrows really quick in
Sure.
a row.
Wow.
Disadvantage. So 17. Do those hit?
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. It just has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, but nothing against them. 17 does hit on both of those.
Okay, and she is going to use her Kensei shot on the first one. So let's see if this works. Yep, she does 16 with the first one.
Okay.
And the second one, she does another 9.
Okay. This creature looks
And
near death.
yeah, and I think that is all she's going to do. Yeah, she's going to take her bonus action and again do the patient defense to get the dodge action. And that is the end of her turn.
All right.
That's probably wild. You just dived into the abyss, and then just 2 arrows come out of the abyss,
Yeah.
and just
And the rest
immediately
you just see
strike
like
anime.
a glowing light down there, like faintly, and then the arrows come out, just conk conk, like just peppered into that creature. This creature looks really bad shape. It is also frightened of Zaberi, I believe. But it would take some nasty attacks of opportunity to try to go anywhere else, so I think it's just going to attack with disadvantage. But it will aim at you, Zaberi.
Come at me, bro.
Disadvantage is a bummer. Wow, 1 and a 2.
Wow.
And then the bite. How about a 19 with disadvantage on the bite? The jaws extend.
Can't even shield that.
Guess who's getting in its belly? Actually, so if that hits,
I get a save.
you do get a save. Yeah. So first it does 7 piercing, and then you get to make a dexterity.
I will go ahead and have my hyenas jump in between that particular attack.
Okay.
So I don't know when I'll be able to use it next. I'm not sure why. Oh, it used the rage. So it prevents 9 of that damage. So no damage.
Okay. One of Grymork's ghostly hyenas throws itself in front of the teeth.
Okay, I've lost track of what's happening. What am I
you have to make a dexterity save as part of this attack to avoid being swallowed into its maw. It just grows bigger and bigger as it gets closer to you.
Dex save. Do I have any magic bullshit? No. 17.
17 is good enough. You avoid being swallowed.
I'm gonna riposte.
Okay.
Oh, please. So spray base down. That's not the thing I want to click. Need to hit 16 damage.
Your riposte kills it.
On your way down.
On your way down, use a not today and just smash its
I think
face.
he goes to like bite me, and I do the whole thing with like the where you. Oh, it's a staff. It's not a. Damn, it's not a glaive. I was gonna like post the glaive on the ground, so it like
Oh
went
yeah,
down on it.
like
Staff would
it
work,
impales
man.
itself.
That's even worse.
It could still choke.
It's
Yeah,
blunt.
it just chokes on
It's
it basically.
blunt.
Joke on him. Yeah.
Yeah, and it falls over. All right. I'm impressed how much damage you guys can do with reactions. Rye.
He's going to firebolt this guy. $28
Yes, that definitely hits.
for 5 fire. Did that do my? Yeah, it did. Wow, look at that damage.
On 3d10.
I don't want to talk about how it affects. Ryan's just sitting in the back. I'm babysitting Millie and an owl. So.
Yeah.
What are the defective sparklers? It just kind
You
of.
don't even own up to that when you're like, who did that? Like,
Who did that?
There wasn't a gunshot, so it wasn't Rye.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's like a gas leak somewhere. I just got here. Alaric.
Just one gas left, huh?
Just one gas left. One last gas.
Step up. No, actually, I won't move. I'll just point and do a chill touch.
Okay.
I'm at that point where I'm better with the spells than I am.
I appreciate that you keep wanting to be in melee, though. I mean, your AC is ridiculous.
Jeez,
Oh my
Louise.
goodness, yeah, that's on a 3d8.
See now that's a 3d8.
3D, right? Yeah,
That's crazy.
we're seeing the extremes here.
Was that 27 necrotic?
Yeah.
That gas absolutely melts under that attack. Just desiccates
And I'm still-
collapses.
And I'm still in my Angel of Death form, so it's fun.
But I loosened his head.
That's right.
Sure did. All right, we are way overdue for taking a break, so why don't we take a 10-minute break, and then we will return to stepping our way into this dungeon crawl.
Coolio.
All right, I believe we're coming back from our break. time with you guys having slain some of these creatures that appear to have been guarding this path, or at least watching over it. And from this position, with most of you having crossed this bridge, you can see that glowing green light from the north with those natural stone steps heading up there. Towards the east, you see another cavern that looks more natural. There's no steps or anything.
Before my angel form goes away, I'd like to hover close to the wall and go up to one of those perches and just make sure there's not any treasure or anything like that being left
Sure.
behind.
Yeah. You can float around and search, but you see like a little rudimentary nest area, but otherwise these things don't seem to have any possessions whatsoever.
Okay. And then at the end of that, my wings and stuff will disappear back into my normal form.
Millie's gonna yell up from below, "Little help here!"
She can run up walls, right?
Thought you could.
Oh yeah, she's just gonna run up the wall, like get a kind of a running
Kinda
start,
forgot for a second.
and she's just gonna dash right up the wall and say, "Oh, I forgot, I can do that."
That
Alaric.
reminds me of that fast food sketch, Tim Robbins' fast food sketch. Oh yeah, I can just run. He gets out of the car and just runs away. I don't know if I say that. I think you should leave. Anyway, go ahead.
Alaric, while you're searching the nest and stuff, you can give me another religion check, just regular one this time. Having fought these creatures. Okay. You think that they are certainly not undead. They appear to be some kind of different monstrous creature, and you're not aware of the context of why it would be here.
Definitely not anything I've run into before.
Right, yeah. The gas, of course, do look like just standard undead.
Yeah. Well, do we go into the light or we check out the area to the right?
Millie's gonna shove one of the things down into the cavern, like just shove it right off the edge.
Okay.
Kind of say something like, we got to get rid of these bodies, or else people are going to be wondering what's going on.
Okay. Boot them off into the.
And she's gonna
boot them off the edge.
Yeah, assassin mode.
With enough time, I could get rid of the evidence. But we don't have that kind of time.
That could give you some hell of an indigestion there.
You all can hear without a perception check the sounds of slobbering and chewing and some crawling sounds coming from the east.
We can't see, right? Is there like a lip or something? Is that what that is?
Let me see. How far can you guys see?
Owl absolutely can see everything in there right now.
Oh, okay.
FYI.
I don't know if the AI can the owl. I don't know if you're doing your familiar thing yet.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Because she just like fly in the air here, and I could like look straight down.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a little bit of here, but it's not like a block.
Alaric's got visual contact on something.
You see a reeking mass of bones and bodies in the middle of another chamber. This one does not have the high ceilings, though. It appears to be like a normal, like 20-foot high, but still with stalagmites throughout the area. And you can see large Well, sorry, not that large. Like person-sized, ghoulish creatures, but with just fat, just huge fat roll. Like think about like Blob from Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, like just absolutely rotund and enormous, and just like feasting on this pile of viscera and dead bodies. My throat is going away. Sorry. And to the point where they were not even interested in what you guys were doing over there. And then just off in the distance from that, you can see a hideous, large, bloated worm. Its body, the gray-white pallor of just dead bodies, is also crawling along this floor, feeding on just the juices and viscera on this mound. And Grymork, you think you may smell and see among these bones and bodies that kind of triggers something within you.
Like, okay. Like the bones and bodies might be people I know or the people that I'm after.
That you would know.
Okay. Grymork tells the others,
These are not the ones that killed my pack, but they feast on their flesh, which is normally fine among my people. It's kind of a thing.
That part I'm totally fine with.
It's actually a sign of respect where I'm from.
How dare they respect them so hard?
Appropriating our culture.
That's right.
That's our thing. You have no right.
You don't get to do that.
That's the real issue. That's what he's upset about.
It's
not that they wiped out the clan.
Appropriation.
Yep.
Oh my god.
But I must reclaim what bones of my people are in there.
Would you accept a funeral pyre?
Do you wish to burn the room?
It's an offer. We have an option.
Their remains don't
Fire
need to
is
be
a great
terribly
option.
legible.
What was that, Millie?
A fire is a great option, in my opinion.
Oh, now she's like, now you want to fucking burn things.
Yeah. I've been saying that all
I've been
night.
saying that all night.
Rock ass fireball.
Grymork's actually okay with that. These creatures are kind of nasty. He's kind of like,
I honestly do not wish to sully my blade on that disgusting flesh.
How big's this room?
How far can you see? Well, I guess the owl can see the extent is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
About 60 feet across by 30 feet. How far can the owl see?
So you would
Okay.
say this room has got a 30-foot radius
It also looks
from the
like
center of it?
I think the owl can probably see that there's just slight exits going from the north and south from this room as well.
Everybody prepare to take out anybody that comes out of this room. I'm gonna light up the room.
Okay, I'll agree to
I
second
like this plan.
No, I didn't mean to. Ignore that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought
So
I'd
if
take
you guys,
damage.
yeah, there looks
right.
to be an avatar of evil in here, the worm. And so I will light up this room. And if you guys can pick up any stragglers, I'm going to be busy focusing on this for a while. Okay,
all right.
ready?
Grymork will draw his cleavers and just hunch and wait.
So,
Tilt down put our sunglasses down.
Yep. because
Like the Oppenheimer scene, everybody's like,
Oppenheimer, yes, that's
yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. Yes.
put sunscreen on my, or what was it? It was like just sunscreen caked on your face.
That
Get
white
ready
stuff,
for it.
yeah.
Yes. As Alaric just concentrates for a second and goes, I call down upon this unholy place the light of judgment of Wotan. And that should fill the entire room.
The light of dawn shines on location specified in range. So spawns a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of bright light glimmers there.
And I'm just going to step off to the side.
Let's see. Give me a circle. 30-foot radius is pretty big.
That's the entire room from your description.
I think so, yeah.
That's a con save. DC 19? Is it now? 18.
25, 30, 30.
The spell specifies the light is sunlight. It's not
Mhm.
It's not replicating sunlight. It doesn't act as sunlight. It is sunlight.
Is sunlight. All right, in Solar RPGs, each creature must make a con saving throw for 4d10 radiant damage. Con saving throw. Let's go. 1.
Yes! That's a roll.
Wow. 35 on 4010. You can't get much better than
Oh
that.
wow! Yeah.
Yes.
2. And then con save on that one. Okay. First creature, I think, makes the save.
Mm-hmm.
Takes half damage. That's 17.
Yep.
And then those guys get burned with radiant damage of 35. Yikes, as this whole place gets lit up. I can't make a circle actually light up, though. I guess I have to make that a light thing.
An aura. But
Add it to the... We'll just put that there. That should be good enough. All right, that's a concentration spell. That's
lasts for 1 minute.
whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder. Okay. Yeah, you've definitely got their attention. Let's roll for initiative. At the very least, they want to escape this zone.
Got a plan.
Ooh, it's a crit initiative.
Yeah. Nat 1s and Nat 20s on the initiative. Millie, the crit initiative, you are the first to respond, having this area very well lit up. And again, you can see just bodies and bones lying all over this room, and these creatures all appear to be feasting on it. This is what this creature looks like. Two of those just fat ghouls. And then you see a nasty looking kind of maggoty worm type creature.
Ugh.
Actually, it's got
No.
legs. It's more of a caterpillar centipede thing than a worm, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Carrion crawler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chunky carrying crawler.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Millie is going to. Oh yeah, she has plenty of room to be able to do this. So let's see. She is going to start running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And she is going to do 2 attacks with the Sword of Life Stealing. 13. She's going to use a key point with her focus to bring that up to 15.
Okay, 15
Does the 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So she is going to do with that one just 5. Oh, really low roll. So 5 on that.
As you strike it
And then she'll
with
take
your
a
sword, you see that it just like bounces off of its stomach. Like it connects with the creature, but it draws no blood or damage. And in fact, instead, just this burst of like gas explodes around it. Although you are immune to poison damage, I believe.
Yeah, the gas just like goes into her face. She breathes it in for a second, and then she just turns around.
Neither of you
takes
can
another swing at
fucking
it.
damage each other. I just realized. Oh man.
They could be at this
Does
forever.
11 slashing damage do?
No,
Nothing
the
with the
same, the
11
exact same
slashing
thing happens.
damage?
You take your sword, and it's like a science experiment now. You slash it like in a different location, and the same thing. It doesn't appear to do any physical damage to the creature, but again, a noxious puff of like gas just kind of explodes out of it as you try to hit it.
Okay. Then she's going to use a key point to do the dash action, and
constantly
she's going
picking
to
on
run away. 5,
It's like,
10,
actually, you do
15, 20,
nothing.
25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50.
Do you want to point out its flash?
55
It's
and
only
60.
piercing or slashing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll-
unfortunately, I
maybe
tipped
it-
my
maybe
hand
it-
on that one.
Maybe
Didn't
able
I?
to punch it.
Yeah,
Well, that's we didn't know. We don't know that. That's a good point.
yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna just say, "Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!"
But you
as
do
she's
know
running
that-
away.
Yes, you do know that slashing damage at least gave that effect. You seem to do that. Now, the radiant damage seemed to affect it just fine, like the sunlight, and that definitely seems to be like burning off its skin. But yeah, you tried hitting it, did nothing but just explode with gas. Millie is gonna be really
I get
traumatized.
that.
These whole
She's done with it.
sequence of events. All right, Zaberi.
Well, Plan A and Plan B won't work in that case.
Right, that's exactly what I meant.
Wait, that's not true. I do bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you have a staff, don't you?
Forgot. It's just out of range. You little fuckers.
It would be interesting though, with that metagaming aside, like how you would feel about the community, because like Millie like tried to do damage and then ran away. Like, what do you think the communication level is there?
I mean, did I see it happen?
Probably, yeah. You saw her try to attack, seemed like it connected, but then it just kept exploding in gas, and then you saw Millie kind of freak out a little bit. It sounded like, and run away.
Right. But I'm
And
assuming
we
it's
also
'cause-
saw that
'cause it was
thing
like
hasn't taken any damage, right? We
It
can
hasn't
see
taken
that
any damage. Well, it had
Yeah.
taken damage from the light. The light shining
Okay.
down on it did seem to burn it.
right,
but it
but like
didn't.
clearly it's like it was a cut, and then from the cut, gas came out.
Right.
Right.
Yes, but
Well, no,
you,
it's
you
a-
don't think the
Okay.
cut actually did any like any actual
Yeah.
real damage to it? Yeah.
No, well, I can't get there anyway.
Maybe it's like
So,
slicing through pustules or something. I don't know.
Let's get to here. I would just hold a smack on whoever comes within range.
Hold the smack.
And I will. I'm gonna. That did not work at all. Anyway, I will distract
Okay.
with the front one. So next attack on the front gets advantage.
All right, Grymork, your area is lit up, and now you can see with the light. You can definitely think you can identify. I imagine gnolls, probably more than most, be able to identify bones of their kin.
Yeah.
Flesh and bodies and all that.
Although, is it
corpses.
dangerous in this dawn circle?
Don't go in the light. Don't go in the light.
Okay.
Oh, does that attack everybody?
Yes.
Let it
Don't
on
go in
until
the
the
light.
spell ends. The light is something. Each creature in it. Yeah, you're right. So it is straight up like just radiant damage bathing down on top of everybody.
Mhm. This is Moonbeam on steroids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're a gnoll. I don't know if any sunlight things affects you.
Not mechanically, but he
Oh,
probably
really?
doesn't like it.
I know Bon as a kobold, he has
Oh yeah.
sunlight sensitivity. Yeah.
Rye doesn't like it either.
Mm.
Does that mean that Zaberi takes damage in there?
When she starts,
Does it?
Let's see. A creature.
Oh, I didn't know it was Bernie damage. If it was that case, I wasn't going to run
Each
in
creature
there.
must make a con saving throw, taking 40/10, or half as when it appears. A creature must make the saving throw whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder. You're right. So,
Can I just retcon? I was not going to go in there and
I
stand
think
there.
I'm probably
Like-
fine with that. Yeah,
Pull back 10 feet. Yeah.
you would probably be able
It's
to
not
feel
the
the
first
effects
time
of the actual.
It's not the
burn
first time
light.
you've seen this either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect too, because that means that if you guys hold the line, they won't be able to get out of that light.
Yeah, so what
Yeah.
I'm going to do actually, Grymork, having seen what happened just a second ago with the slashing and the bad news, he looks down at his cleavers. I do nothing but slashing. So he's going to put or lower his cleavers a bit. He's going to like ready.
Use ochre jellies in the next.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to ready. Like he's going to get like his legs up or ready, and when any enemy gets within 5 feet of him, he's going to take the shove. He's going to ready the shove action to knock them prone.
Okay.
Is to try to kick them over if they try to get out of this circle.
Okay.
And that'll be his whole turn, because, yeah, he's ready in action.
All right. Right. We might see the opposite of the last fight, where it was all the melee people getting up and dirty.
Ryan's gonna come to here and cast Fireball.
Just,
I take your radiant damage and raise you.
yeah.
Oh my god! CT, your dice! You need to go back to the store and return those dice from whence they came.
I
Whoa.
can empower
Wow!
my spell. I can empower my spell, and I will do so.
Is that a reroll of the damage die? Because that's an 8d6. 16 on 8d6.
Yes.
Of the 8, 4 of them are ones.
That is just about the worst fireball I've ever seen, I'll be honest.
And there's 2 2s.
There's 2 2s.
So I can
He can
roll
actually
up to my charisma modifier, which is 5.
I think I've seen fire bolts that did more damage.
I was gonna say,
I'm not done
I've
mocking
seen
you
it.
incessantly for this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 1s and a 2, probably.
Yeah.
4 1s and a 2.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do another 5d8.
D6.
Sorry, 5d6.
I mean, I'm tempted to give you the DA just because I feel sorry
No,
for you.
I got it.
Oh yes.
That's way
That's
better.
much
better.
better. Because you had 10
All
to
right,
that.
so-
I think 10 is what you had
Right.
left.
Yeah.
A 4, a 4, and a 2.
Yep. So
Yep.
So that's 33.
10,
33 fireball.
33.
You doubled the damage. Good job. That's a good sorcery point.
That is a good sorcery point. All right, so 30. That's a Dex DC 17 Dex save. I can't imagine the fat boys have much Dex. Wow, or I naturally roll a 9
Somehow. Another one.
that one on that one.
Wow.
So number 1 also made the save against the Radiant Blast, too. This thing is just not going down. Fireball's half damage, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 33 is 16 on the save. This one takes 33, and then it is called a corpse worm, though, even though it's got legs. Dex save is a fail, so that one also takes a full 33 damage. The worm gives off a screaming cry, and you see it like just fire licking at its body, and it's just like shuddering, and looks like it is really in bad shape.
I'm also going to fuse that with lingering.
Gets damage roll an instantaneous duration requires a saving throw. You can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level to prolong the spell's damage. A creature that failed at saving throw against your original casting must succeed on the same saving throw at the start of your next turn or take half of the spell's damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a really fucked room. Like this is
This is
this
bad
room is-
news. I would not want to be in this room.
There are definitely no bones left after this.
Yeah, they are exploding.
Just ashes left over. It's
Which is
like
actually a good
cremation
point,
chamber.
because these things have abilities that have to do with having bodies around. And I imagine between all the radiant damage and fireballs, there's probably not a whole lot of bodies left. These creatures are also not super fast, so they will try to run at you, especially with the bodies gone. 5, 10, 15, 20, which will trigger whatever things you
All
guys
kinds of
have
stuff.
prepared.
A shove action to knock him prone.
Okay.
it's fine. You go first.
Oh yeah, were you doing something similar?
No, it's fine. You go. You knock him prone.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
I'll smack him afterwards.
Yeah.
I guess I mean that is a good question mechanically. If two ready to attacks trigger at the same time, what's the order?
I'd let
I
you guys choose. I don't-
believe
Yeah, let's do
there's
Unless
technically
it's
I guess-
simultaneous, and we decide. I think.
Yeah.
The order they were held.
that would be the only
I
thing I
think
could
would
rule on is
trigger-
the order they were held. But I'd let you guys decide. It's fine with me.
Let's see. I should know this with my main character.
If it were a video game, it'd
How
probably be the order in what they were held.
Yeah. How does shove work? It's an athletics check on my end versus your athletics or acrobatics, I believe.
Sure. Sounds right. Let's go with strength. Nope.
Nope. So he just knocks him prone. He
Knocks
just
him
kicks him.
prone.
Just kicks him right in the gut.
Yeah, and it used all of its movement to get there, so it cannot stand up.
Smack him on the head. Let's put a great weapon master on this as well, since we have advantage.
Yeah, might as well.
20 to hit
Yes.
for 25 damage.
Bludgeoning damage, yes, that does work. As you smack into it, just kind of like, like undulates around, but it does do damage.
It's not dead, right?
It is not. These things are bulky.
We're good.
So it still has an action. Although knocking it prone was good because now I have to choose between standing up, I guess as a dash action, weirdly, or just attacking while prone. But I think these creatures, having been knocked down, will literally just try to frantically get out of this area. But can't because I think you guys are forming a wall. I guess they could try to shove. Well, it's not going to be able to do crap while it's prone anyway. Alright, it's just going to attack.
Please try and shove me.
Right.
Please.
It's going to try to claw at Zaberi with disadvantage because it's knocked prone. Uh, 14, I don't think it's going to do it. And that's going to try to bite at your ankles, I guess. Ugh. Good attacks getting murdered by the disadvantage.
That's my AC. What's that?
So then does it take damage at the end of its turn?
It ends its turn, I believe.
Okay.
Creature must also make this saving throw when it ends its turn in the cylinder, so it gets another save.
It's another save. Which was, what was it?
Con.
Constitution.
18 con.
Jeez.
Alright, it's failing that. Yeah.
Another 26 radiant.
Okay, this thing is still up, but it's not having a good time.
God, I'm imagining now the fat dude from Blade that they burn with the flashlights.
Yeah.
He's just the fat dude just melting, just screaming.
Yep. The worm. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will dash its way and can climb up over the wall. But stays within melee range. But I had to dash to get that far, so it can't do anything else. Alaric, and it appears like near death. Like it has just got scorched marks all over the place, and you think its job is just to get the fuck out. Like it seems like it is done.
Gonna step over there. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
One sec. And miss, because I'm concentrating on this. And I will use my bonus action to start playing a funeral dirge for all of the deceased bodies in here and start the funeral service.
In the middle of the fight.
You think you hear faint hyena howls in the distance as you do that?
Not the time.
5, 10.
It's trying to sing.
20. This one makes it here. I'm going to let it find one body that hasn't been blasted just because I want to be able to use this interesting ability. It's going to feed on a body and regain hit points. Scorched though it may be. Oh, wonderful! It was a very scorched body.
Yeah,
Burn
not
into
much
a
meat
crisp.
left in those bones.
Yeah, not much.
It's a very wry roll.
It was a very high roll. All right, it has to make another con save.
Mm-hmm. Made it.
Does make the save. Is that half damage?
Yep. Some 40, 10.
Good lord, these are
Wow.
monstrous rolls. Excuse
That
me.
is well above average.
God. That is crazy. Like all the 40-10s have been nuts. All right, Millie.
Alec has been waiting for these moments for the entire campaign.
Okay, let's see. Millie is going to say, "Oh crap, the worm's here," and she's going to run up to it. Why am I not able to move? There I go. That's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. She is going to, seeing that the sword attacks didn't work on the bloated guys, she is just going to start punching.
Okay.
So take 2 swings at the thing. First one definitely misses, but
Yep.
does a 23 hit?
23
okay,
does hit.
good. She's
Punch
gonna
that
do
worm in the mouth.
11 to that.
You kill it
And
with that
then-
punch. Like you just reach up, punch it, and it had like just nothing left after being scorched from all the other attacks.
Oh, heck yeah. And she goes, "Oh, I didn't expect that." And she's going to run, let's see, 5, 10, and 15 is going to put her down here. She's going to go under the owl. And then she's going to take her bonus action to do a flurry of blows against the one that is prone. And she's going to just take the punches really quick. So that way, 27s.
Mm-hmm.
And so she does another 18 to the bloated one.
Okay.
And she can still have, let's see, 20.
It's like punching a little punching bag. It's just
35.
fucking thick, but it's doing damage.
Ooh, and she's like, these things just won't die. And then 5, 10, and 15 back she can run. And I think that's the end of her turn.
All right, Zaberi.
Gonna. Oh, this guy is still alive in front of me.
Yeah. And they have taken
Nice.
a beating, but they are big chunksters.
He's still alive. All right. Oh, is he still on the ground?
Yeah, you knocked him prone with a reaction, and he didn't have any more movement after that, so he's been prone
Okay.
for his attack and throughout this whole round, I guess.
Oh, I just thought of something, though. Did my attacks make the gas come out?
It did not. You guys discovered bludgeoning damage does not trigger the noxious gas.
Okay.
You were the test subject on,
Yeah.
on what did trigger it.
I'm going to assume 18 hits.
Yes, it's a good assumption.
24 damage. How's he doing?
Ooh, now looking pretty bad.
Pretty bad, but not dead. Okay,
Pretty bad, but not dead.
let's do it again.
All right, now you
No,
lay it down
no.
with just a crack, and finally, he keeps trying to get up, and you're just smacking it, get up, smacking it, and then finally just does not get up anymore.
Oh, I'm tired of you. Sorry, that's a quote.
But does candy come out?
Yeah.
No, in fact, it's probably expels all those gases.
He just farts real bad.
The death,
Yeah,
the death
just for
farts.
minutes, for
Yeah.
for a long time.
All right, Grymork.
Grymork is still afraid of the sunny, fiery room.
Mhm.
He's not going in there. So I think he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna prepare a shove action. To try to shove this creature prone when it gets within range to do that.
Okay, Ryan, I know you had your lingering thing. Does that trigger on this turn?
Yep.
Okay.
It triggers right now. So is that the one that failed?
Number 2 failed the first time, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Did he continue to take the same the damage? Let me see
Creature
what
that
it
failed its saving throw
was.
against the original casting must succeed on the same saving throw at the start of your next turn or take half of the spell's damage.
All right. So another dex.
Another deck save.
Oh, jeez.
A natural fucking 19 again.
A
That's
natural 19.
bananas.
All right. So it's going to take half of 18-20.
Well, I think it takes half. Let's see. Creature that fails its save against your original casting a spell must succeed on the same saving throw at the start of your next turn or take half of the spell's damage. So I think if it fails, it takes half, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to re-roll, or we're going to take damage from last time?
Well, I don't think it failed. It made a 19. Or what's your DC?
18.
Yeah, so I think it succeeded on the save.
Oh, never mind.
Am I reading that right? Here, I'll copy and paste what I'm reading on it.
So it becomes a save or sex spell at that point?
I think
Yes?
because it's only so now it's like so first they have to have failed the first casting, which it did. Then they have to succeed on the same saving throw at the start of your
sure.
next turn, and if they fail that one, then they take half of the spell's damage. So it's just a lesser version.
No problem.
So I think if they succeed the second time, then nothing happens.
All right, cool.
Just I'm +0. I'm just randomly rolling like really fucking high for their decks.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm going to firebolt him. 28 to hit. 19
There
fire.
you go. That's a much better.
Go back,
firebolt.
baby.
Yep.
19 damage. All right. This
That's the
guy
real lingering fireball.
Getting getting pretty bloodied.
I'm going to empower that, being highly motivated. So I'm going to spend a point, and I'm going to re-roll the 1.
The 1. Okay.
That's a D10. So 5 more damage.
Okay. Bit more singed.
All right, that's my turn.
It's been pretty bad news. Alaric. Oh, busting out the Sacred Flame. Now you just saw me roll some pretty solid deck saves. But you also know I have a +0. Man, not too bad on my +0s. 25 radiant damage is not like that. Alright, this thing is now officially looking very bad. You are muted though.
Sorry, wanted to see him dance. That's why I had him do another deck save.
Yeah. It's
But he's in the spotlight, so
That's right. On the stage and the lights.
he's in the spotlight.
it's so grotesque.
So he takes that damage, and I'm going to continue playing my Funeral Dirge.
Alright, it's unfortunately these things are not very smart, I don't think. I guess they're ghouls, not zombies. But still is just gonna try to run out of this light. I mean, they're just kind of, it's like being bathed in acid. Like they're not even thinking really about tactics. So 5, 10, then try to get out of it. That's gonna trigger Grymork's
Shove.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Shoved
Knocked
over
prone you
again.
are.
Yeah. Although I think, let's see, I moved 10 feet, right? To get
Think
here?
so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it is going to spend its last 10 feet to just stand up. But now it can't quite get out of the area, but it will attack you normal, Grymork, with Claw.
Could crawl at half speed.
I could crawl
Okay.
half speed, but attacking's more fun. 17.
Absolutely.
Does not hit.
It's not hit. All right.
Scrapes the metal.
How about a bite at 14 is not going
Does
to hit
not.
either. All right, it's going to take that damage. Or sorry, it's going to make a con save, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, now it's going to take that damage. This could end it if you keep rolling really well on these damage dice. Guess how many hit points it had left?
26.
It had 27 fucking hit points left. I am not kidding. So that one just sears off.
We just watch him melt in front of us.
I know. What a crazy
It's probably very stinky. It's probably does not. None of this smells great.
It's sunlight. It sanitizes.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's just
say
pure radiant
maybe
light.
like bleaching the area. So.
Yeah.
But you're in the middle of cleaning, so I guess you'd still get some of that funk.
Yeah. I'm just imagining just burning fat on a stove, just letting
Well, there was fireball thrown in here, so that part for sure. Yeah, that's definitely some smell. You hear while this light is on and combat has died down, you hear a voice call out in very broken, heavily accented Dhampir.
Too bright. No, like bright.
Translate to the group. Someone is speaking very bad Dhampir, and they don't like the light. Call out. Show yourself.
No, light. Bad.
Show yourself, or the light will find you.
No, heart. The mushrooms.
Hurt the mushrooms?
No, hurt. Mushrooms. Light. Bad.
We may have a non-combatant here. I'm confused.
Mushrooms, at least. Those sound tasty.
And the dawn will fade after a minute.
Okay.
And that room should be pretty clean of anything that's not gemstones, precious metal, or magic items.
Everything has been sanitized.
Just fine layer of white sand ash across the entire floor.
What you find were like several egg sacs you think were like laid from that worm, and they've all been just annihilated. Unfortunately, you don't also see anything of value in here. Just whatever was here obviously was picked clean, and there were still bodies, but now they're very much burned and seared away.
Grymork will start like parsing through the bones and picking out little mostly like teeth. You can see like especially when he can identify a gnoll teeth.
Yeah.
And putting them in little bags on his belt.
Yeah. Grymork, you can gain a point of inspiration for reclaiming some of your people. Perhaps getting a little bit of closure with that, at least.
Yeah.
Is there a howl?
Mm-hmm. You hear the ghost
mournful.
hyenas a little bit in the background.
Don't worry, my fallen brethren. We are close to consuming the murderers. I will eat the flesh of those who killed you and honor your memories.
Got more green glow up here in the corner, guys.
Yeah, so you see a exit to your southeast, which appears to be looking very similar to the tunnel entrance you found at the very first entrance. And this one angles down and has the like, it's in the shape of a worm and has like the teeth kind of clawed out. When instead of going up, this one goes down in like a spiraling motion.
That would have been a worse way to come up.
Called it.
We would have come up through acid and then into this room.
Yes, and then to the north, you see another cave far to the north, and you can just make out some ghastly green light. Go ahead and give me a perception check, whoever's glancing up there.
What you said, northeast or northwest?
Northeast, sorry, northeast.
Oh, okay.
Since you guys are all kind of moving into this room.
I will just look this time since there's nothing to smell right now.
Yeah, the smell's probably overpowering in this room.
Yeah,
I imagine.
exactly.
Oh, sorry.
I-
Did
use
Alaric
owls.
tell us what he heard?
Yes.
Okay. Then Millie's just looking for mushrooms around the room.
Okay. You don't see any in this room, and in fact, this room is basically just this giant body pit. Which I feel I love this map art, by the way, and this campaign is fabulous. But I do think they undersold, given the description of this map. There's like a few scattering bones. I should have honestly put some more viscera and really sold it, but it's my bad.
What's the Baldur's Gate 3 area called? Gosh.
For us, this is the Pit of All Flesh
There's,
part
like,
2.
Charnel or Oubliette or something.
Charnel, yeah. Or Oubliette, that might have been it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but just blood
All
and
good
guts
words.
just everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
And there's
just-
some really good Roll20 art assets. I just didn't think of putting any on here. All right, so with a Zaberi with fucking 22 and Alaric with a 19, you can see to the northeast, just faintly, where that green glow is, are some mushrooms along the walls, and you see one figure who's about person size, maybe a little bit shorter than a person, who looks like a mushroom, kind of like glancing out and peering back in your direction, and then kind of quickly ducking back.
So
Looks
we
like a
have,
non-combatant to me.
we have a mushroom person ahead. Probably is the one who is complaining about the sunlight being bad for the mushrooms.
If he is not one that I am here to kill, I do not care for him. Talk to him if you wish.
Grymork
Maybe
goes
Maybe
back.
he knows exactly how we could get through this place.
Yeah, Alaric will lift the mask and walk with purpose right up to him. And it's like, I told you to come out and show yourself in Dhampir.
Either make persuasion or intimidation, depending on how you want to flavor this.
I'm going to attempt to persuade.
Okay.
He's not undead, and I really don't plan on hurting him.
You can see the creature kind of flitting among these mushroom walls. Probably about the size of a dwarf or something, not like super small. And
I'm gonna add something to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the predatory charm.
Okay.
And so I get advantage on that roll for 1 hour.
Okay. The effect ends. The target becomes repulsed by it.
No difference. Lovely.
Oh no. For 1 hour. Okay. You try to turn that on, but you think that this is not a creature that seems to care about your dhampir nature. And you see it flitting and it says again that very broken, heavily accented Dhampir voice is,
What make you make light bad? No more light bad. Or mushrooms.
What is your name, friend?
How about
No more light, or I tell, Red Ghoul lady.
There will be no more light. And who is this red girl lady?
Oh, all right, you. No one supposed to come here.
Oh, Grimtooth Rotbones sent us, so we have permission to be here.
You try to trick Truffle Club.
That's your persuasion check basically not working.
Mhm.
Yes, not supposed to be anyone through here.
Where is this red ghoul lady?
Leave Truffle Club alone.
You can also see...
Millie's gonna.
sorry, real quick. Alaric, from your point of view, I think you can see this.
I can see a long, narrow room.
Yeah. So you can see the air of this whole cavern is just real musty and dank. And there's clusters of these large, kind of sickly-looking mushrooms growing along the walls. And the area is all bathed in this ghostly green light that seems to be emanating from a pair of floating skulls, just chilling out next to these large double doors in the west. And then the cave does continue to the north.
Can I make a check on those floating skulls? Or on those skulls? See
Yeah.
if they're undead or not? Or are they just decorations?
They do... yeah, without even making a check, they appear to be floating on their own. And every once in a while, they kind of turn and look. And then every once in a while, one of them even seems to like kind of mutter and kind of babble. But you even try to like listen. It doesn't seem to be...
Does Alaric know what
words.
those are? Because Stan does.
You can... Let's see. You can give me a religion or arcana check.
I will go with religion. Normal or advantage?
Just normal. You've heard of obviously floating skulls that are really bad news. But you've also heard of skulls that are just kind of floating torches. And as you look,
Some floating skulls are just floating skulls.
sometimes a floating skull is just a floating skull that kind of illuminates the area. You don't really know anything else beyond that, but for some reason you're not really getting much of a danger sense off of these necessarily.
Okay. Well, guys, I've tried talking to him. Doesn't seem to be very impressed. Says something about a red ghoul lady.
Grymork's gonna like rush in at this point because I just saw an ability he has. I think it's kind of fun. Gnolls are bullies.
Good cop, bad cop.
Wow.
That's
would have
right.
thought they would be
Exactly.
Wait,
exactly.
Alaric's the good cop? What universe is Alaric the good cop in? This does not bode well. This is just two bad cops.
So specifically, I guess he is my size, isn't he? Actually, but although you said he was like non-combatant, not very like physically imposing, right?
Hang on, I can tell you the size.
If he's obviously weaker than me,
well, actually, the size is medium. Sorry, I kept
right? But
describing
I mean,
it.
like if he like looks like he's not gonna put up a physical fight, which it sounds like he's not from the way you described him, because the effect only works if the creature is physically smaller or obviously weaker.
I would say you think it is weaker than you, but when you get closer, it doesn't appear maybe as weak as you would have thought a mushroom, a high-pitched little talking cowardly mushroom creature would be necessarily.
Okay. Well, at first, Grymork doesn't know that, so
right.
he's imagining him obviously weaker.
I feel like that's a tough one because the DM kind of has to adjudicate like how much does your character know versus all this, and I feel like
it's also how the character interprets it too.
Exactly.
Like,
I feel like in this situation, I think you would be. Yeah, I think you would feel that.
All right, Grymork's gonna just rush in and open his like maw and say,
Tell the man what he wants to know, or I eat that head of yours and every mushroom in this cave.
and he's gonna use that as intimidation.
Okay.
It's not great.
You get double your proficiency too.
The creature.
As he's yelling, "I'll eat you," he remembers he doesn't like mushrooms.
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't eat mushrooms.
The mushroom
actually.
creature kind of.
Oh wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
I do double my proficiency bonus, so that's actually another 4.
Yeah.
So it's actually a 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Checking
And add double your proficiency bonus to the check.
Proficiency bonus. Okay.
So it's actually a 15, if that makes a difference.
Okay. I think that does make a difference. Let's see.
I like that technically you're not good at it.
Right, exactly.
It's just brute force.
Just brute force.
He's got a -1 to intimidation. Okay. You think the creature's gonna have a comeback, but then you just kind of exert your like just intimidating bulliness of barking at it, and then it kind of does shrink a little bit. All right. So sorry. What was your trying to
I
get
was
out of it,
told to tell him everything the dude who wanted him to tell him. Grymork doesn't have any questions of his own.
Okay.
He's just like, tell the guy whatever you wanted you to tell him.
Okay. Yeah, the creature shrinks back and says,
No, truffle club. No, just tend mushrooms. They leave them alone.
Do they take your mushrooms?
No one take mushrooms, but that red ghoul lady puts Truffle Club in charge of mushrooms.
And they don't use your mushrooms.
Well, mushrooms are used to sound alarm.
Ah, I see. And where is this red lady?
it jerks its hand towards the doors.
Okay. And what would it take for you to let me and my friends pass without setting off this alarm?
It doesn't know how to deal with that. You think it's like taken aback by you like even offering anything. It kind of stares at you up and down and sort of like it's like
Apparently I'm being too nice and he's
No.
traumatized.
Mushrooms?
We promise we will not bother you or your mushrooms. Just let us pass without setting off the alarm. The alarm goes off, we burn down everything in the room.
And I
including
eat you.
Yes. And he eats you.
Truffle Club does not set alarms. Mushrooms are alarms.
So how do we get through without setting him off?
Oh, no, get near Big Boomer Shroom.
And where is that?
it points to the north, where there's a mushroom like right. Let's see. We'll say this one right here.
So if we hug this wall, we're fine.
It kind of looks around and looks at the wall. Says,
Yes, that way that ghoul lady goes.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. Everybody against the wall. Stay as far away from that mushroom as you can.
Thank
We should be able to get up
you.
to those doors. Alaric has two sides. He can be very kind and gentle to non-combatants. The fighting starts, it's over. So
Staying on this side, on the right side?
stay on the left side.
On the left side, okay.
And Wotan willing, those aren't flame spells.
Dungeon Master, just so you know, I can see a door.
Yep, we're supposed to. He said,
There's no
"Red
locked
lady."
door.
Yeah, sorry, I locked it so you guys wouldn't open it before I, because I'm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Normally we can't see doors like that, so I was curious.
can't
Yeah.
see.
Supposedly, there's a red ghoul lady in here, which is probably a high priestess, which means we may have a big fight on our hands.
You should
Does
go walk
this
away
little
for five.
mushroom guy seem to
5 minutes
speak
and come
any
back.
other language? Oh, sorry.
What was that?
Does the mushroom guy seem to speak any other language? Like, can Millie talk to him?
If you try to communicate with it in any other language, it just kind of cocks its head like a dog would, and just kind of stares at you oddly.
Oh yeah, she's totally pantomiming to it. Do
Okay.
any of these mushrooms do anything fun?
It tries to like almost point at you and then but says in broken Dhampir, says,
This one, not dead. Maybe food.
but
She
that's
picks
in
it up
but
and
that,
just
that's in
eats it.
Dhampir, so you don't understand that. The others hear that, and you see the Myconid like pointing at not the mushroom but at Millie and saying, "This one not dead, it must be food."
Millie, you might want to walk away from him. He said, muttered something about you might be
Why?
food.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll just go up this way then.
In this cave, mushrooms eat you.
He's normally a fun guy, but he's getting around.
Somebody had to make the joke. Somebody had to do
Ooh.
it.
We almost made it out of there. All right, is Millie aware that you need to hug the wall? I'll give you a concession here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to
Any
hug the wall
chance
there.
if there's a big bad thing behind here that we walk away and lie down for a second?
Take a short rest.
It's only 5 minutes.
You can
Yeah,
get a short rest
we
here,
can.
yes.
Oh, cool. Before we do the short rest, then I'm going to use my quickened healing and do. Let's see, I have 8 key points, so I can do 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 18,
Nice.
15, 33. Okay, that's more like it.
Gonna do spell recovery, which I don't think I've ever done before.
Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar. Spell recovery?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's a
it free?
channel divinity thing. Harness divine power. I can use a channel divinity to get spell slots back.
Okay. Like arcane recovery.
Yep.
All right, I think after this short rest with you guys preparing to... and yeah, these skulls appear to just be floating. They don't appear to be... what do you call it? Like sentient or anything. They're just kind of floating around, giving off a lot of that green ghostly light. But otherwise, they're just chilling. Occasionally, like just babbling like nonsense. So they appear to be like... Clearly, they're not objects. They're undead of sorts, but they don't appear to have any kind of like intelligence or self-awareness that you're aware of. But I think after a short rest in the caverns, very carefully hugging the left wall and looking at a very big ominous door, I think is where we're going to end this session of Empire of the Ghouls. Thank you to CT, Morgan, Jason, Stan, and special guest Chris for playing, and thank you to all of the patrons for making these awesome sessions happen. Shouts to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Thomas, Dan, Brennan, Zenostar, Eclectic, Roll, Christopher, Corey, Big Nut, John F, John L, Nathan, Kev, Chrisley, Counselor, Andrew, The Reldrin, Stephanie, Patrick, Jason, Isabel, Amit, Lumpy, Spud, Sharni, Warden, Harold, Eudaimonia, LLC, Tom, AJ, They're Eating the Dogs, Caleb, Chad, Luca, and Nicholas. And gold patrons RPG Papercraps, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, The Lizard Lounge, Jerome, Nathan, Fasicatora, Scott, Rufus, Jerry, Glenn, Marcus, and Mark. Thank you all very much for your support. Hope to see you next time. As always, this is Alaric's funeral dirge.
As you guys are going up there, Grymork remembers he needs to bury these bones somewhere.
Yeah,
Do something with these bones. So he tells you, like,
planet needs
I have to go do something with these bones.
Hey, Grymork may return. We don't know.
He might not. So it's like he'll say, like,
yeah.
if I see you again, I see you again.
It's been real, kids.
It's been real.
Excellent.